Right, welcome to the ministry, and today we're doing a 2001 point game of Warhammer 40,000 8th edition. Scott's back, he's going to try his Crimson Fist, which I'm looking at, which look very scary. I love playing with my Orks. You know what it is? Every time I get the Orks out, it feels like fun. Even before you start, I don't care what's going to happen, it feels like fun.
Every time you get the Orks out, I get my arse handed to us.
Well, I think this... Well, you know what then? This is going to be interesting, because you're going to get to see how different it is now that you've got the new Marine decks.
My first game with the new Marines.
Yeah, no new Crimson Fist book out yet, but it's on the horizon, I think. So, right, anyway, we'll take a look at the table. We're going to be playing Decapitation Strike, which is, I think, from Chapter Approved 2018. So it's a Maelstrom of War, 6 tokens on the 6 objectives on the board. We've rolled for the deployment and everything already, which is going to be Vanguard Strike. So the armies are going to be set up. The Crimson Fists are going to be in this corner. The Orks are going to be down here. And what happens is, it's basically, the idea on this one is to eliminate the characters or eliminate the command structure. So we'll get 3 cards a turn to a maximum of 6 in play, so plenty of opportunities to score points. And if you kill a character, you remove the person who killed the character. So if you kill one of mine, you get to remove one of my active tactical objectives. If you kill the Warlord, you get to remove D3. Acceptable casualties is in play, so it doesn't matter if you're tabled, the standard line breaker, first strike, that kind of stuff. So it should be quite a fun game, lots going on. We've got a nice kill zone in the middle there, so the Craters -2 to charge. Bit of a hindrance for the Orks, I think, but it is what it is. Plenty cover for them as well. Got lots of line of sight blocking. Wanted to set it up this way originally. I did tell Scott I was going to set up this sort of way before he built his list, so you knew what to expect. So lots of Craters in the middle for cover, but a bit of open ground to get through, and then really lots of line of sight blocking and area terrain and stuff around the outside, and the hope would create this big kill zone in the middle. So we'll see how that turns out. So objectives, we've got 1 down here, 1 down here, we've got 1 near the fuel pipes down there, 1 in this building, and 1 down here, and 1 dead centre. I haven't covered that. So for the Orks, they will literally have none in the deployment zone. We've got to push out, and the Marines will have...
I can get 2 straight away, and then...
I think you'll still... I think that might technically just be out the deployment zone, but you'll be within range of it, and probably that one as well if you wanted to sit next to it. So... I like it already. It's encouraging both armies to come forward and do stuff rather than, you know, like I said, you've got Thunderfire cannons, which would be happy to sort of like, you know, would have sat here all game and stuff, but it's nice. It encourages the armies to sort of go and meet each other. So with that, we'll go over the lists.
Right.
Just teasing Scott before I turn the camera on. Right, so here are the Crimson Fists.
Yes. Right, I've got a brigade, which is why we're at 2001.
Boys Brigade in blue, yeah.
Right, tell you what we haven't got. Sentry guns.
Right, oh yeah, I need to get you 3 heavy bullet sentry guns.
I got them quad things, but
mine are smaller though, to eliminate your line of sight better.
They'll look better as well.
Yeah,
because they're blatantly just anti-air weapons.
I'll get them for you. So he's going to have basically 3, are they called tarantulas, aren't they?
Yeah.
And are they twin heavy bolters? Right, so we'll get them.
They're my fast
Wait
attack
there, we'll do the magic of movie cinema. So there's these DACA platforms. Obviously they're not mobile, but
yes, they're just...
well, I love these little thingies. I think they was, like I said, just some sort of Kickstarter. I think they might still be available randomly online somewhere, but it comes a set of 3, so that was quite handy. Right.
So...
A battalion.
Brigade.
Brigade.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
So I've started with 18 CP. I've used 1 to take... an extra relic.
Yeah.
So I'm starting on 17.
You're going to start with more than the Orks, which is...
It changed.
Shows how times change, isn't it? Yeah. So, no, I like it though. Right, let's go with HQs.
So my HQs, I've converted Pedro Kantor.
Very nice.
Obviously, he's just using the Pedro Kantor stats. There's nothing special about him outside of that.
Yeah.
He just looks better.
What I am going to point out to the internet world, at the minute, this guy's rules still say that he rerolls failed hits.
Yes.
That's
any
failed hits, which is every other chapter master now is rerolled hit rolls. So we're going to play that today because I'm 100% convinced that's how it should be and how it will be. Because it's just right. It's right to do it that way. So
if you're happy with
that. I'm not, because you'll kill everything. But it's the way it should be. So we'll do it that way.
So Pedro Kantor, a lieutenant, and the lieutenant has upgraded his bolt rifle for the relic of the Bellicose bolt rifle, and that's the one that's cost us a CP.
Right. Okay.
Chaplain Venerable Dreadnought from the Forge World Index. Basically, I was going to take him anyway because he's one of my only Crimson Fist HQs. But because he can take the litanies, because that's been...
Yeah, he's got litany of hate and the catechism of
fire.
So yeah, a unit's within 6 for the fire one, you can nominate them and they can get a +1 to that wound roll against the nearest visible target. Yeah. So that's good.
So they're my 3 HQs. Elites, I've taken Primaris,
Ancient, yeah.
Standard of the Emperor Ascendant,
yeah,
which is pretty much a go-to for me all the time.
Well, it's changed to a 4 up, but its range has increased.
Range has increased, but it hasn't. Yeah, it hasn't modified the roll anymore.
So the rolls 4 up. It's good.
Apothecary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aggressors.
Are they a 6-man or 6 threes?
Yeah. 6-man unit.
You evil person.
And then this bad boy here,
the Redemptor,
which is the first time I've used it. I haven't painted the massive onslaught, so I'm taking the MammaWagga plasma.
If you want the onslaught, is it clickable offable?
It is clickable offable.
I've got it painted.
No, it's alright.
Okay.
I'll pay the points for the MammaWagga. So
plasma, little Gatling,
yeah,
and the thing on the top.
Yeah, and Stonebolters on the torso.
Okay. I don't actually think I've got any units with fly, but never mind.
That's alright. You know, it's on there, so I just paid for it. Heavies at the back. Siege Dreadnought from the Forge World Index.
Yeah.
Which is a heavy Dreadnought option, even though so instead of a seismic hammer, because it's modelled with the fist, it's got a seismic hammer and a melter gun. Twin link blast cannon was the option I chose because.
So is he like normal Dreadnoughts that's like hit on a 3, or is he better ballistic skill and stuff?
He's got some additional buffs.
We'll check it out as we play, just so I know if I need to kill it early or not.
He stats up pretty similar to a standard Dreadnought, but he's got some additional buffs when it comes to
tougher and
stuff. No, not really, but
we'll see. We'll have a look in a sec.
It's just when he hits things.
He's harder when he punches.
2 Thunderfire cannons to round out the 3 heavy choices, which Dean's just told us are even more insane.
So
I really like them.
I've always said they're a good utility unit. You should always have one for the strat years ago where it can slow enemy units down. Yeah. Now you can do it with psychic powers and that, and these have got the strat to shoot again, and that stratagem must. Oh yeah, they're just so good. Yeah.
But again, they're like a ubiquitous heavy choice.
And they are, and these guys get 4 wounds now instead of 2, which is fantastic.
Which is massive, because the gunner was always the thing to go first.
It was, and if you think, right, for the points, there are 100 and something points.
Well, the unit itself is 92 or something.
But if you think how much your Tech Marine is with that loadout anyway, you basically get the gun for pittance.
Yeah.
So
it works out at 184 points for 2.
Yeah.
So 92.
So the Tech Marine with a heart, because he gets the.
He's got plasma cutter, he's got a flame gun, he's got a bolt gun.
So I think he'd be like say 60 points or something for the Tech Marine anyway, isn't it? So it's only 30 points for a Thunderfire for the actual gun.
It doesn't. The thing is, obviously, when the way it's written down, it doesn't add up like that. But yeah,
but it's crazy good, crazy good.
So then, like Dean said, we've got the
one. So the 3 different units.
They're my fast units.
Basically, fast attack, which can't move.
The cheapest outside of maybe his attack bikes, which are still probably more expensive than them. They're the cheapest fast attack I could get, and they round out obviously the fast move for the brigade.
Yeah.
Troops, I've got 8 infiltrators.
Yeah, it's the ones.
No helix because there's only.
No comms upgrade thing either because you haven't got the Phobos characters to make it worthwhile.
Snipers. Yeah. They have got camo cloaks.
Oh, very nice.
Obviously scouts. Right, so and then with my Primaris guys, I've got 2 squads of 5 with bolt rifles.
Yeah.
One's got a chain sword, one's got a power fist.
Yeah.
So I've got a squad here, which is the auto bolt rifle.
So there's 3-shot ones, 3-shot assault. Yeah.
Guy with a white, he'll be the sergeant. He's got a chain sword and a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
And then at the back, I've gone for some
Stalker
bolt rifles.
Yeah, very good. I like some Stalkers.
Again, helmetless guy. He'll be the sergeant with a chainsaw.
So you kept it simple and took all the different guns you can.
Basically, yeah. Just obviously because that's the way they're modelled. But I thought with the change of the rules compared to how they were previous for it,
try them all out.
Try them out because they have changed.
Damage has gone up. First round they're going to be an extra -1 AP.
Yeah, so the point where you look at them now and you think, actually maybe it's worth taking a Stalker for a change.
You've got a strat as well where they can target a character. Yeah.
Hey. Let me these things.
Honestly, I was saying before, like Scott knows how much I love my Iron Hands. I've had them for years and stuff, and I feel I want to use them on the channel, but I feel now they're the kind of army because of the models I've got in the building put together. It's like I need to tell someone because they are they're one hell of a gunline army they can make. These guys as well are really... The Orks are probably the army... you know, it plays into your hands. I'm obviously going to outnumber your units, so you're going to be getting that +1 to hit most of the time. All that kind of stuff, which is really good. So I think my Orks have got the work cut out for them today, definitely. But the cards can change the game, so we'll see how that goes.
Every time.
So you're rocking something like 16, 15 command points still to go with.
17,
yeah, very good. Right, 2001 points on the nose. Well, it's safe to say the Orks outnumber you for now. Don't know how long I will last with two thunder fire cannons and all that ball of fire, but we'll see. So let's take a look at the Orks. Right, so here's a look at the Orks. So we're not going super optimum with loads of double brigade battalions and all that kind of stuff. So I've got a battalion and I've got a vanguard. And we've got a warboss in mega armor who's going to take that killer claw. The second HQ, we've got a big mech on a bike with a custom force field. I'll go around this side, get a bit of a better view of him. He has got a power fist, so I've paid for a power fist as well. And we've also got a weird boy, but we're going to upgrade him to a Warphead, and he's going to have Smite, Warpath. I was going to take Fist of Gorks, but I've decided to jump because I knew we're playing a Maelstrom game, and rather than jump stuff, it just gives a bit of utility to if I need to go and get an objective. Yeah. Normally I would have took the Fist of Gork just to boost the character and gone nuts. So there's the HQs. Oh, we've got a Death Killer War Trike as well. And the troop units. Got 3 units of boys, all identical, as you can see there. So they're 30 strong. The knob's got a power fist, and there's 3 big shooters in each, because that's what they're modelled with. Sluggers and choppers on everybody else. We're going to be Evil Sonz today, because most of my stuff is red, and we do go faster. So for the elites and the 3 elite sections we need, we've got a squad of 4 Mega Knobs. So the Mega Knob boss has got a double kill, so everyone else has got the custom shooters and power fist. We've got a unit of knobs with 2 big choppers, 2 normal knobs, the boss knob with a power fist and another one with a power fist. So just a bit of extra combat punchiness there. And we've got some tank busters with 2, so there's 10 of them in there, including the boss knob and the 2 little bomb squigs, which are bomb tracks online. I think they're Cromlech miniatures if I remember correctly. And then we've got a unit of 15 grots and a unit of 10 grots. And we've got 2 trucks with a big shooter, and we've got a battle wagon which has been upgraded to have an odd case, so it's basically toughness 8, but it's not open topped, and it's got 4 big shooters on. And that's it, dead simple. So, like I said, originally it should have 9 command points, so we're going to drop to 8. Was tempted to give this guy the 5 up feel no pain as well. I'll have a think about it. I don't know if I was going to or not. I was debating another relic, but I can't remember what it was now. So we're just going to get the armies down anyway. If we do it, we'll adjust the command points and I'll let everybody know. But that's where we're at. So the mission, like we said, is going to be killing characters. So I've got 5. Scott's got 5 key ones, but then the Tech Marines count as extra. So, but they're hard enough to target. I can't really get them anyway unless I get close. I've got no snipers or anything like that. So
They'll be nicely hidden.
Yeah, it should be. So anyway, let's get these armies down and let's get these battle wagons and trucks rolling forward. The armies are down. You'll not believe this internet world, but that took the Marine player a hell of a lot longer than the Orc player. So we've got a truck down here. We're literally hugging at the line. So we've got a truck with the knobs in. We've got boys, more boys. Pain Boy, who's within 3 of blues and reds. Warphead. We've got the big mech. We've got the boss in this one. I was tempted to use the teleporter stratagem, but I couldn't be bothered. It's not that gamey. Plus he had the infiltrators and I wasn't sure where he was going to put them. So I thought I'd rather have it on the table. And it might draw a lot of fire, but it's T8, so we'll see what it does. Tank busters and grots in the front. And then Scott's counter deployed. So at the minute the Orks will choose to go first or second. Thunderfire cannons at the rear, where they pretty much always are. The Dreadnoughts in here. The Siege Dread. Then we've got scattering of squads. 3 individual gun units here. Kantor with these aggressors. They're going to be like 4 attacks each now. And the next time with Power Fist, they're going to be meaty. Scary unit, you know. Scary, very scary unit. The infiltrators took him about 35 minutes to decide, and he's put them here as a bit of a speed bump and the option to move out. You know, really, if you put him down here, he's going into a first turn charge for me. He's already got this area covered. He doesn't envisage us getting behind here or whatever. He debated down there, then realised he'd probably get charged. So he's gone defensive with the ability to push out, which I think's a smart choice. These are the ones with the Stalker Bolt rifles. They're the other guys, the normals. And then we've got the Chaplain Dread and stuff. He's rolled for his litanies before the first battle round begins, which he didn't have to do yet, but happy to do, and he's going to put it on these guys. So if they target the closest enemy unit, it'll be a +1 to wound roll. Scouts just outside the deployment zone up there with a good line of sight down to some characters. Right, the Orks can choose whether to go first or second. As it is, I'm pretty much in range of all your guns anyway, so I will choose to go first. The Marines can choose to sneeze the initiative if they want to try it.
I'll give it a go.
If you do this. Don't.
Not with one of these dice.
Right, so we'll go into Orcs turn 1. We'll draw 3 cards, see what they are. We'll come back. So the cards for the Orcs, mixed. Advance is actually doable. Most of my stuff is on the line, so I plan on moving forward. There's no objectives to hold in my deployment, so that's doable. Might not do, depending on what I get, really. No prisoners is kill stuff, and getting boss is kill something with a Warlord, which is my war boss in Mega Armor, which not going to happen this turn. If you left those dudes out there, you would have just probably gifted me some points. I did spend another command point, which they say on the relic, which was on the War Trike, to give it the Super Cyborg body, so he ignores wounds on a 5. And that's it, really. So, right, we're going to go into the Orc movement turn 1.
Well, that's
Right.
advanced done.
Being Evil Sonz, we had some mixed good advanced rolls there and some poor ones, but basically all the boy units advanced, as did this truck. Obviously we can still shoot with assault weapons, be hitting on 6s, so nothing unusual for an Orc. This guy used his fuel injector for his 6+1 advance, so he's right up here. Couple of inches charge here because it's -2 for his going through a crater. That'll get us into contact because there is some dudes just behind that ruins on the ground floor. So obviously the bike can't go up ruins, but can attack through the wall. These guys, so basically everything is, my setup zone is like here. Everything is now out of it. These guys are within 3 of this objective if they need to get it. There's an objective around there. Obviously they're within 3 of this one if that comes up, but I haven't really got anything. It's killing stuff this turn, so that's why I needed that advance push, and the no prisoners. Really, the only thing I was going to get in combat was potentially this guy, so he has to. He's going to struggle to chew through 8 Primaris guys, though, that's for sure. Which means I might have to direct some shots in to try and weaken them down and stuff like that. Good roll on this guy. I can't remember, I got a 6 or a 5 on the end, but he's come right up here. And the big mech's staying within 9 of them, just to grant him the force field. So, just a disclaimer for this video for time. Obviously, I think we'll probably do the odd dice roll on camera. The Orcs are going to have so many dice when it comes to stuff that we'll just, I might roll it, pause it and say, right, there's 12, 6, 9, whatever. Yeah. Otherwise, it's going to take forever. The latter turns should be quick when there's not many Orcs left alive. But with that, we're going to go into the psychic phase. So I'm going to cast, the only thing really I think we're going to get off is Smite, which will be against the Scouts. So this guy's going to get a +3 to this roll because there's many bodies within range. So, I'm going to CP this one. No, but I've got a big headache. But it's going to be D6 damage on the Scouts, which is why I CP'd it. I got a, you know what it is? I got a 1. I was like, do I keep it for D3 or do I go for it? So we're going to go for it. So we've got 2 wounds on myself, and we've got 1 wound on the Scouts. I'd always roll for myself first, just so you know. So 1 scout is gone. Yeah, so that could have went better, but it didn't. So it knocks me down to 6 command points. And a couple of wounds off my weird boy, who's now sniper bait, which is fantastic. Right, so we're going to do some indirect fire. We're going to measure up for pistols and stuff. Big shooters on the trucks, 4 big shooters on this. Obviously, that's open top, so the mega knobs inside can't shoot out. There's tank busters, so I'm going to have a think about soon. But we'll do all the indirect fire and come back. Right, a lot of indirect fire. We've done a wound on a marine over there, and that's it. You passed all the rest of the saves everywhere. We've got the...
Did you cover the psychic phase?
Well, we've done this... Yeah, we've got the psychic phase on camera. I did more damage to myself than I did to you. It's a good start. So for the tank busters, we've played more DAC. I will go down to 4 CP. The 2 tank bombs are going to go after... Actually, no, we'll go 6 against the Big Dread, because he'll not get cover from that angle. He's not 50% obscured, where I think your Siege Dreadnought probably would be. So we'll go 6 against the Big Dread. We're going to go 4 against... This might be crazy. This might be crazy. I'm going to change targets. I think both of them are going to go against your big dread. And then I'm going to go... No. Going 1, 1. Split fire always works, doesn't it? 1 and 1. We'll go 6 guys. We'll go... How many wounds have I got? 4 on a vehicle. I'm going to go 8 guys against your big dread. I'm going to go 2 guys against the 3rd gun platform. Oh. Yeah. Right, so you understand that, yeah?
Yeah. Are these not area effect?
No, they're just like one-off bombs. They hit on 2s, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to roll for them first. So we'll go left to right. I think I've got the dice on there. So on a 2 up it hits. It does hit, but it's a 5, so it generates an extra hit, which will hit on a 2. Yep, so that's got 2 hits on that one. Then the next one, we'll just roll all the hits. It's going to be easier. It hits, which generates an extra hit, which hits because they hit on 2 up the bombs and they're gone. That's what I was hoping for, to be honest with you, like a double hit, which the rest of my shooting was pretty poor, let's be honest. Right, so the 2 guys against the 3rd thingy, we're looking for, because it's a vehicle, which is why I asked to get a reroll failed hits. So we've got 2 hits, which generates 2 extra hits. So we've got 3 hits on that one. Right, so I'm going to go 3, 2 and 2. So we know what we've got.
Damage all the same for these.
Damage is flat 3, yeah.
So that's 3.
Well, yeah. So you got them marked up, yeah.
2 and 2.
Right, and then we've got 8 guys. 8 guys shooting at the big dread. So we've got 3 hits that can reroll failed misses because you're a vehicle. Yeah. So we've got 5 hits, but because it's 5 and 6s, it's 5 extra shots, yeah. So I think we've got 5 dice here. So we've got that many hits on big fella. Yeah, that's but I will be forced to wound. I think these are 3s to wound because your toughness 5 or 6.
The toughness 5.
Right, so they don't wound.
So that's that one.
Yeah, so he's safe. Got 1 wound on that one with the tank bomb, which is at a -2, I believe, and 1 wound on that one.
Right. Minus 2.
I think it's -2. Yeah, I'll double check for you.
So
it goes through.
He's wounded, and then that one. 6.
Saved. Oh.
So
they're
he's
gone.
Wounded. Yeah.
And it's D6. 6 gone.
So he's gone.
Don't think so, but these are gone. The Orks tease you with such good rolls, and then I roll rubbishy wound rolls.
Okay, so that is a kill.
Yeah, so that's definitely something for no prisoners. These are on the dread, forced to wound. We've got 3 at -2. So 3 5-ups.
3 5-ups.
Yeah.
Are these D6 as well?
Just flat 3.
Flat 3s. Oh, God.
Ooh. Are you CPing any of them? That's 3 fails. You've got 1,000,000 CP. No. So it's 9 damage off that one. You know what? I was debating because I thought I could maybe kill this dread, the siege dread.
Yeah.
But you've got wounds to spare.
What is the redemptor start?
Oh, he's like 13 or something like that. Weird. Right, so down to 4 wounds on the Redemptor. So the only charge I've got really, because this guy allows vehicles to charge as part of his keyword. So I could charge with the truck, but that would be absolute nuts. So I'm going to charge the dudes just in the building there. So I got to add 1 to this. So it's an 8 -2, 6. Still be good enough. So I'm just going to hug the door like that. I'm going to do some fighting. We just point out, I don't think I covered warlord traits. Might is right, was on mine, so he's +1 strength and attack. And obviously Pedro Kantor is Scott's warlord, so he gets the standard Crimson Fist one.
Crimson Fist one, it's changed. So it's refused to die.
Oh, he can come back to life.
Yeah, on 4+.
Yeah.
With D3 wounds.
Yeah. I like it.
Possible, the previous position, more than 1 inch away from any enemy wall.
I like it. So to get rid of him without him doing it, you've got to surround him. But
yeah.
I think that's brilliant. That's a really cool
one
to have.
I actually think it's better than the...
Oh, it's better than the original one. Right, so this guy has got 5 attacks. We hit on 2s because it's a snagger claw, not a power claw. It doesn't get a -1. So they all hit. He's going to be strength 7 with the claw, so he'll be wound on 3s, but this claw lets him reroll failed wounds. So they all wound anyway. That's 5 wounds, and I believe it's -2 because it's not like a power. It's like a power fist, but not as good. So -2, 2 saves, D3 damage each. So the first guy, not yet, because it's D3, not a flat 3.
Yeah.
So wait there. I can't kill the unit, can I?
No.
Right, I'll just keep it as it is. So 1 and 1 kills the guy, and then the last one kills a guy. So 2 are dead. So you get to pile in and attack back with 6 guys, which you'll have. If you've kept the sergeant alive, they'll have 2 attacks each plus an extra 1 because they were charged. So you're going to have lots and lots of attacks. So just point out, we did do the Overwatch because some guys could see through the windows but didn't get any hits, which would have been auto wounds if they did hit, which would have been good. And they did full rerolls for Pedro Kantor. So there's 6 guys left, including the sergeant.
So I've been charged. So now I get 4 attacks.
3 base, 4 on the sergeant.
On the sergeant, and I get 3 on the other guys.
Yeah, so you got 19 attacks.
Do you know what?
That's good, isn't it?
Getting charged there, shit, I'm going to die, but...
Honestly, that's what I said. I needed to tickle them. I know we didn't film it, but my shooting phase was really, really poor. Well, it was decent actually, but Scott made literally every one but one armor save.
I did make some good saves.
Really good saves. So we'll film this one just so people can see. So this is a Marine unit that's been a bit hammered, and they've still got this many attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling because Kantor's within 6. Actually, get another 6 dice because they all get an extra attack. Yeah, so Kantor gives them all an extra attack as well. So 25 attacks. Re-rolling the misses. This might have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
So that comes to 23 hits. Wounding on 5s.
I'm just thinking now.
23 days.
Do I have any...
You've got no wound boosters yet.
No, not yet.
I think this is a bad idea from me. I sort of underestimated what they might do. So we'll total them up, 5s and 6s. 7 wounds. Looking for 4 ups to save. So save 1. And then 5 ups because of his relic. We saved 2 more. So he's actually took 4 wounds. That's more than he dealt out. No, it's not. He dealt out 4 wounds. So he's hurt. He's hurting bad. Right, so advances scored. We're just looking over my cards now. No prisoners. I killed 1 gun unit.
Yeah.
And that was it. So that's 2 points. And get him boss is my war boss. So it's 2. And first strike because those gun units are separate units. So it's going to be 3 points to the Orks. We'll keep scoring a minute, don't worry about it, we'll add it up later. 3 points to the Orks, and that's the end of the turn. We're going to Space Marine, turn 1. Right, pretty good draw for the Marines. Defend 1, assassinate, kill a character, and big game hunter. So he's got lots of options to target characters. He's got sniper, scouts. There's a stratagem these guys can play to target a character. And defend objective 1 is here. So that's going to be a pretty tough one for the Orks to shift you off. So it looks like the Marines have got a good chance to get big points here. Good draw, that. Good draw.
Yes, not bad.
Right, we'll come back after your movement phase and give you a chance to think about what to do.
Right, so devastate.
Right, the aggressors have advanced. Everyone else sort of shuffled this way a little bit. We'll go around that side so you can see stuff. The Dreadnought's got a 6-inch move, so he's come around the side. The Siege Dreadnought's busted through, and this squad's just hopped over here to go next to the objective. Thunderfire cannons have remained still. The auto bolt rifle guys have hopped around here. The other guys stayed still, and the Chaplain Dread come across. The Scouts have stayed still. Scott's opted to stay in combat, which I think is a decent choice. The Apothecary got 1 guy back, so there's a lot of pistols there to go in and all that kind of stuff, and a load of attacks because Pedro Kantor's still there. The Lieutenant's moved in now.
Sorry, I didn't move.
Boost them off. Oh, is he going up there? Stand on objective 1, defend it in style.
I really want him to be...
Well, then put him in there because he can put him wherever.
I'm going to put him there, but he's on the ground floor.
On the ground floor, right. So he's on the ground floor, he's good.
He can shoot through the window.
Yeah, and these guys have come here, so a general sort of push this way as opposed to straight out. Staying locked up in combat, though I think you should have enough. You know, I'm looking back now, it's a bad move from me with a killer war trike. So no psychic phase. Do you know what you're doing in terms of the shooties?
Well, yeah, initially, first thing I'm going to do is that Redemptor's going to shoot macro cannon into that, and then probably everything else he's got.
Yeah, his ballistic skill's knocked down to 4 now, so that's probably his only real choice target, I think, for where he is.
I think so. Everyone else, I mean, snipers are going to, these scout snipers are going to target the
weird boy. Yeah, I tell you, do that one first, because that's a good one. Right, I hope you fluff, but they'll be on 3s, re-rolling, because Kantor's within 6.
Kantor, and then re-rolling.
I think the Lieutenant's probably out yet. Out of range. So 3s to hit. All bar 1 so far. That's good.
That's a...
On the wound roll it is. Yeah, so you're looking for 5s to wound. So there's a mortal wound and a wound.
And two regular wounds in it.
Yeah, so you've got 2 wounds, a mortal wound in addition, so he's down to 1. Just going to roll 2 dice. I think I only get a 6.
Oi!
Right, which we've just remembered that the Devastator Doctrine's in effect,
Yep.
so it wouldn't matter, you wouldn't get a save anyway. Well done. So that's him dead.
Hey.
So
It's a shame because it was a good roll. It was a good roll.
it was a typical Dean roll where it's like, what have you done?
Exactly what you need.
Right, but that lets you remove one of my tactical objectives as well,
Yeah.
because it's a character. So the Get 'em Boys is the only one I've got, so it looks like that's getting ditched.
Which one was this one?
That's for the war boss to kill something, which is probably likely to happen next turn. So
You're just putting them underneath there.
yeah, so we'll get rid of that. That's a good start to the shooting phase. Like I said, this guy's macro cannon, is he overcharging it? I'm T8 on this tank, and I think your strength 8 normally strength 9 when you overcharge.
He's only got a few wounds left. I might as well just go for it.
Do it.
It's
So
D6.
D6 shots, he is overcharging.
Well, the other weapons are...
All going into it as well.
No. The
Okay.
lighter weapons...
We're going into this truck.
Into that truck.
So the Stormbolt has the Gatling and the missile in this truck.
Well, that's...
It'll get a -1 to hit because I'm not fly, but you can still shoot it.
Yeah. Everything else into that.
Okie dokie. Right, so we'll do them ones off camera, see what happens. But you get D6 shots with this bad boy. It's 4. You're hitting on 4s, 5s. 4s because your ballistic skill's gone down. 5s because you moved.
Mm-hmm.
So looking for 5s.
But it's still...
It's gonna
Still just ones for the...
Yeah, for your mortal wounds. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So there's no mortal wounds. You got 1 hit. Your strength 9 now against T8, so 3's to wound. It does wound. It's minus like a million. -6 because it's heavy.
Yeah, no, that's what makes it -5.
Oh, it's -4 normally. Right, this guy's within. It's fully within 9, so it will get its custom force field save, which it makes on a 5. Bing! So even though you're that close, I need to make some saves. It's a really bad start for the Orks.
Right,
Right.
let's do the rest.
Do the small arms off camera and we'll see if this truck's still holding out. So with Stormbolter, all the other guns sort of missed or didn't wound. Stormbolter took a little wound off the truck. Right, next. So Siege Dread's going to go melt a gun and twin las into the battle wagon.
On 4.
Yeah, because he moved. So the twin las cannon's missed and the melter's hit and it'll wound on a 4. Strength 8, toughness 8 because I'm thinking, yeah, and it's -5. No normal save, but he's custom force field.
Yeah.
It's saved. Yeah, Orks.
Custom force fields are right pain in the right, so that's him done. Right.
I'll let you have a think because there's a spread now, isn't it? It's like me. You might do some. I think the big talking point. You've got pistols here. Let's do these so you don't forget.
Oh yeah, they can shoot their pistols.
Pistols in combat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7.
There's 7 because we bought a guy that way.
You did, yeah. 7 guys hitting on 3s, re-rolling.
Yeah, they're re-rolling everything because Kantor and the lieutenant.
And then 5s to wound, re-rolling 1s.
So. Many hits.
Lots of hits, 5s to wound. Re-roll those 1s. You've already got 3. 4 wounds.
Yeah.
4. Does he count as in cover? Because he's going to be.
We're in combat. Can't be in.
You can still be.
What touching each other, aren't we?
Yeah, but I'm still in a crater and obscured.
No.
4 up. I'm not going to take. I should. Right, he's passed 1. He would have passed 2. He's took 3 wounds. He's got a wound left. Should have passed 2.
Right, I'll go with my next obvious one. I just need to check the range on these assault bolts.
So the auto bolt rifles are within 12 of the front guy. So they're going to use the bolt storm. So they'll auto hit with 3 shots each for 2 CP. I think that knocked you down to about 12, 11, something like that.
It's taking down to
14 CP still left. Right. These all auto hit and they'll wound on 4s. So 15 auto hits be wounding these guys on 4s. Looks okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes.
So 6 ups. You're just saying, like, Scott, really, that this loadout might not be decent for them with this, because obviously you'd be hitting that unit on 2s normally, and then 6s are extra hits. But, you know, you try things out.
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
So I don't get any saves there, but there is a pain boy within range, because they're not all in thingy. So it looks like 6 die. We'll remove them in a second.
Okay. 1, 2.
Right, so he's going to shoot the stalkers in here. He did debate using the stratagem, which he could have then targeted the pain boy, which to be fair would probably kill him, but tactically he's going to save it till I've got a card, which he can then get rid of, because I don't think I'll get to them anyway in my next turn. So right, he is going to use it because he's remembered he's got Assassinate and he's already killed a pain boy. This guy's on 1 wound, so likely to die.
Yeah. So
right, so 3 CPs have been spent. He's going to hit on 3s.
No rerolls for that.
Yeah. So 4 hits is still good enough. I don't know if the 6 is...
It's a stalker bolt rifle.
Yeah, and maybe
6s generate extra shots because the Crimson Fist shot that tactic.
Yeah.
Wounds to
Yeah.
make.
So because it's a stalker bolt rifle, yeah, that's 2 extra hits. So do you see how good 10 of these would be? Yeah.
Catechism of...
Yeah, he's T4, so you would normally wound on a 4, but
Catechism of Fire.
Cataclysm makes a 3, and then I'm thinking you wound him even better than this. Hang on.
It becomes -3 for Devastator Doctrines.
But its strength, is it? Did its strength
4.
go up to 5, or is it still 4?
No, it's strength 4.
So you wound them on 4s.
Yeah.
Right, 6s cause a mortal wound in addition.
Does it?
Yeah, on the stratagem.
Oh yeah, he's that
Yeah,
stratagem,
so he's down to 3. He gets no save because it's -1,000,000. So and each one of those is 2 damage.
That's in addition, in it. So
Yeah.
it's still.
So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So he's got 11 feel no pains to make. Right, 11.
This is the thing. This is without the.
Yeah, he's dead. So that's another character gone. So the Chaplain Dread's going to open up his assault cannon into these poor orcs.
He's a venerable Chaplain Dread. So
He's looking for 3s to hit because he moved.
and they've all hit.
Nice, he's looking for 3s to wound. He could have put them on himself, really, if you think about it. 3s to wound. Oh, that's not very good.
2.
Lieutenant's miles away. He's on -2.
-2
because it's assault cannon, and in the heavy doctrine, Devastator Doctrine, so no save, and the pinball's dead. So 2 dead. So we've lost a total of 8 in that unit now. Let them have a think.
Rapid fire, the others are regular.
So these guys are going to come into here. One's in rapid fire, one's not. I tell you, do the grenade, because that's a -2 AP this time, isn't it? And Pedro Kantor is probably just out of 6, but the lieutenant, I can't see for him down there.
6 inches.
Yeah, he's in, because he's on the ground floor. I keep forgetting.
The lieutenant is
Just in, yeah?
just in, yeah.
Okie dokie. So 3's
Black for
re-rolling.
Yeah, I'll cut that.
It's hit.
You happy?
Yeah, it's hit, it's hit. It'll be 4s to wound.
Rerolling ones.
Yeah. So it wounds, -2. Looks for a 6 up, which we don't get. And then it's D3 damage, which is 2. And then on a 6 it'll be 1 because of Ramshackly. No, so it's took 2 damage, it's down to 7. So we'll do the normal bolt rifles as well. 5 shots, hitting on 3s, re-rolling. 6s will be an extra hit. Not with a grenade. Yeah, so that's 3 plus 1 is 4 hits. Yeah, and then you're looking for 5s. Re-roll the 1. Re-roll the 1. Yep, it is a wound. -1. 5 up. No. That's it. So he's down to 6 wounds. Taking a battering.
Right. He has.
Right, so Scottish run for the left hand now, which has got the Bellicos. He hits on 3s, but he'd be re-rolling because thingy's there. So basically, these guns haven't fired, these haven't fired yet. We've done loads of small arms fire. Pedro Kantor's even fired. So he's hit with everything there. The truck's down to 5 wounds as it is now. But these are strength 5, so 5's to wound at -1. Re-rolling the 1s for himself. No, the reason I was filming that's because these are 2 damage as well. So that could have peppered through the truck. So we've got 2 double heavy bolters left over here. There's a squad down here. And the aggressors. And the Thunderfires still.
Right.
Okay. So these guys are going to shoot into the truck. So the crack grenades hit. Yeah.
And
wounds. It goes through, so it's D3. For the 2, do a ramshackle it. Nope. So he's down to 3 wounds. And then we'll do the bolt of fire, see if it wounds off camera.
2 heavy bolters.
So we didn't film that there, but down to 1 wound.
Bolter.
Twin heavy has to shoot the closest, what's its rules again? Has to shoot the closest infantry unit or something, doesn't it? They're weird, these things. Tech Marine with a bolt gun first, coming to try and chip a wound off. Hitting on 2s yet. He's got 1 hit, wound on 5s. Nope. He's having to think, so what he wants to do is pop this, get stuff out, and then obviously you can unload with the aggressors. The heavy bolters, these tarantulas, have to target the nearest infantry unit, which is the Ork unit, because obviously that's a vehicle for now, so they can't hit these vehicles. So the Thunderfire cannon, sorry, I missed the amount of shot roll, but it's 6 or something.
I got 8.
8 shots, so 4d3 shots, coming at the truck, hits on 3s. It's strength 5v, toughness 6, so it'll wound on 5s, but it will be -2 on its AP. It's got 1. 1 at -2, so I've got a 6 up. Oh, so I need to make this. I'm going to have to go for it, CP. Because that'll pop my tank busters out and they're going to die. Oh, come on, Ork gods. Nah. So that's gone. Does it blow up? It does not blow up. We'll roll for the guys inside, of which there are 10 now, and see if any of them die. Right, we've lost 2 guys, so we'll get these guys out. Right, the tank busters are out. It's going from bad to worse to the boys, because now there's a very hardcore unit here for eliminating Orks, and these 2 units, the nearest infantry unit is now these guys, so they'll have to target them anyway. So the tank busters are going to come into some heavy bolter fire anyway. Hopefully they'll survive, fingers crossed. Come up, right, so both these guns are going in here because they'll have to. That one will get rerolls from Kantor.
And the lieutenant.
And the, yeah, and the lieutenant. So we'll start with one that doesn't.
This one.
Yeah, so it's 6 shots, 2 heavy bolters.
It's weapon skill
3. Alright, so 4's to hit. It's 6 shots, isn't it? 2 heavy bolters.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, it's training guy. Forget, because obviously we've only got the one.
Yeah. So 4 or 5 hits. Be wounding on 3s. 3s, strength 5 T4. Ugh.
No,
Not that one, not that one. So that's 4 saves, -1. Wouldn't
minus
2.
Devastator.
Yeah, so I'd be normally on a 5 in the cover, 6, 7, no save, 4 dead.
Oof.
Ouchie, ouchie. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, and then the second one. Hitting on 3s.
I thought you said it was 4s.
4, sorry.
Rerolling though, because Kantor's there.
Yeah. Hold on a minute.
5 hits, it's not.
Heavy bolter doesn't get the thing, does it?
I don't think so, I think it's just normal bolt guns.
Either.
Yeah, well,
I feel like it's like
the heavy bolt, I'm not sure, but I think on the rules written, it's got the word bolt in it. I think it's just supposed to be the bolt rifles and stuff, but I'd say definitely you've got 2 extra hits there.
that'll be fact, won't it?
Just go for it. You've got, look, they're dead anyway, I'm pretty sure. So
I've got.
You've got 5 already.
5, 6.
An extra 2, because it's 2 6s, so 7. Wounding on 3s with no save.
Rerolling 1s.
Yep.
It's
5.
5.
Should leave the knob left.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
The aggressors are next. They're in range of this red mob.
they're shooting the red mob.
All of them?
18, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're not getting double fire because they didn't move.
Fire,
But they're within range of Kantor and the lieutenant.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, roll 6 dice. We'll see how many extra bolter shots they get, because these don't. The grenade harness doesn't benefit from the word bolt. Right.
That's 10, 18.
Right, so they'll get 18 shots that don't get the bolt stuff, and they'll get 6 shots each that do get the bolt stuff. We'll come back, see how many hits they get on this unit. Right, so 8 have died off just the grenade harnesses. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Here come the bolty fists of death. As Scott Rhodes just pointed out, these guys will be hitting on 2s because the unit is more than lots of them. So any 6s will be extra hits, and they get to reroll the misses with Kantor.
Extra.
So you've got 1 miss so far in the first.
I've got 4 misses.
4 misses. This is the first wave. So this is the first 18 shots. Have hit 18 times plus 4. So that's 22 hits.
They've all hit.
Yeah, plus 4 is 22 hits.
It's 1.
So there's 22 plus, there was 2 6s.
Yep.
There's 23, 24, 25, 26. And then however many's in that bunch there. So that's 30, 35, looks like about
10,
40 hits.
15.
Ouch. Right, so Scott's going to roll a wound. He's got these dice plus another 22. We're just going to see how many are going to be like. You need 4s and you can reroll 1s. Right, we lost 6 to the first sort of batch. There's still another 22 dice to go. These guys are going to muller this orc mob to bits. So there's 14 wounds to save from the last of it. We'll save 3, so that's 11 guys dead. I'll see if I have any left alive. Right, so we do have some guys left. We've just left the big shooters on and the knob. Because the big shooters I give the tank buster bombs to, just to make it easier to remember which ones they were. So there's 25 have died from that mob, so I think morale might be an issue.
I'm going to... Right, I've got 1 thunder fire can left to shoot.
You do?
I'm going to use suppression... No, I'm going to use tremor shells.
Yeah.
I do it in this order, don't I?
You do it, the tremor shells to start the shooting phase. So yeah, so it's going to be any unit's half that's move, charge and advance.
Yeah.
And then you're going to want, you have the option to shoot twice if you want, yeah. So it's got its tremor shells in effect for the whole phase. Which unit are you targeting first?
I am going to shoot this unit first.
The blues?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get 43 shots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Threes.
Yeah, hitting on 3s. Oh, nice. Over 2. And you get a -1 to the wound roll, which would normally mean it'd be 3, but it's back up to 4, and it'll be a -2 on the AP, so no save. So 4's to kill. So there's 2 dead. And we're now at a...
Half range.
Yeah, I'm going to take 2 off there.
Yep.
Oh, bollocks, I'll just take these 2. So they've lost 10 so far, and then we're halved and halved, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and now you spent the CP, so you can pick a second target. The tremor shells are still in effect.
Yep.
So which target's target number 2? You're going to go for the boys in yellow. Slow them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 43 shots. 8, nice. They've been rolling some good shooties this turn. So you've got 6 hits, sorry I missed that bit one there. And again, looking for 4s to wound, 3 wounds. All you need is 1 hit for the tremor shell to work. It's -2 because it's heavy, and the Devastator Doctrine, again, no save. I am behind a wall, but that's not going to help us, so that's 3 dead. So...
that is shooting. Done. Finally. Right, combat.
Combat, yeah, where you're going to start with some charges.
I am going to...
I'll let you ever think. Right, so the Redemptor is going to go in against MammaWagga. I've got some Overwatch, but we'll do it later. I'm not open top there. He's definitely in 10 inches. I think that Dread going in as well, the Siege
He's
Dread.
going in, but he's going to go into both.
Okay.
So obviously he'll get his Overwatch, but whether or not I get it.
Yeah, it looks like you should get enough 9. Yeah, you can definitely fit between the 2. Well done. Any more charges? We'll do all the Overwatch off camera because I'll not have enough even to knock the Dreadnought down.
I'm going to charge the
advanced.
The advanced, yeah.
The advanced.
I'm going to charge... If Pedro Kantor's behind these guys...
He's there, isn't he, on the bottom floor?
Yeah. If he's behind these guys, is he actually in combat? Can he actually get into combat
No,
with him, or would I have to come out?
You'll have. There's no gap there, is there?
No,
to get
so
between the guys.
Have to come out.
You'd
so
have to.
I'll not do that.
Right. Any more charges then?
No, that's it, mate.
No. Right. We'll do some Overwatch off camera and see if anything good happens. The Redemptor with no damage done on Overwatch anyway. So the Redemptor's down to 4 attacks. 5 because he charged. Oh, he's not down to 4. I should say he's on 4 attacks. Weapon skill 4 now. Yeah, 3 hits. Toughness 8. I think his strength's like 16 maybe.
Oh yes, it's 7 times
2.
So
Oh, 14. So he's actually on 3. If I wasn't open top, there would have been 2s. So 3's to wound. He's got 2 wounds. It's minus lots, isn't it?
Yeah, it's -3. It's only half, isn't it? -3. 2d6.
Yep,
then.
straight through the armor. 2d6 damage for 4. You CP in any of those? We've only got 8 left, Scott.
Yeah, go on.
And I'm pretty much dead at the end of your turn 1.
CP 1.
Right, okay, so 2, 5. So 5 damage. But you've still got a Siege Dreadnought here as well.
Oh.
Down to 11 wounds. Siege Dread.
Siege Dreadnought. Now, what's his close combat?
He's got a power fist, but I hit on 4s. I'm not like a boss. So yeah, I think maybe 3 or 4 attacks. I can double check for you.
Right, so I'm just debating whether
It'll be 4 at the very most. I think it's 3.
I'm debating whether this put it all into the battle.
Right, he's going all into the MammaWagga because he has a flat 5 damage here. So he hits on
2.
3s. Normally minus is -1. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a seismic hammer.
Okay, and its strength millions.
Strength 12.
All right, so 3's to wound. This is where I need you to fail.
2.
2 wounds. It'll go straight through. 5 damage flat each.
Yeah, it's -4, 5 damage.
Knocks the MammaWagga down to 1 wound left from 11. Look at that, Bushma.
That was an impressive.
Right, now you get the Nominator unit, so I'm guessing you're doing the boys down there.
Infiltrators,
Yeah, we'll roll their attacks.
1, 2, 3.
Kantor's within 6. They didn't get charged this turn, so they're on.
Kantor, aye.
But Kantor's still there, so they're basically on 3 each and 4 for the Sarge.
So hitting on...
Hits on 3's rerolling.
Rerolling.
I'm just going to summarise this because there's way too many. So you only missed a 2 after the reroll to be wounding on 5s.
Rerolling 1s.
And rerolling 1s. So after the reroll, 5 wounds. Come on, if ever I need 5 4-ups, it's now. Oh, well, he's made 1. He's got 4 5-ups to make. Makes 2, he dies. But I'm going to use some CP to do Orks is never beaten. So you can get the fight.
Like the thing, yeah.
You know what, we're not going to spend the CP. I've only got 3 left, is that 4? 3?
3 characters.
And it will cost us 2 to do it, so I'm going to keep them. So they get to consolidate if they want to pile out. We've done an attack back down here with the truck. Battle wagons, which did put a wound on the Dreadnought. And the big mech's going to attack this guy. So we've got 3 attacks hitting on 4s. Got 1 hit. And we don't wound. So I'm going to keep that as it is. You need to make a 3 up on the dread.
Yeah.
We don't have a death roll or anything like that. No, 2, so he's down to 3. So we'll wound the dread. We is good. We is good down there. This is my death pile plus 2 characters and a truck. Look at that. Right, so it's the end of the phase.
And I'm just debating whether or not then
Pile them out.
whether
Right.
or not they're gonna.
I'll let you do that, then we'll do some morale. In terms of morale, these lost 10, so there's 30 of them, so our leadership's still 20. These will then have a leadership of 20. Now they lost 25, sorry. So if I roll a 1, I basically need to use their leadership of 20, so I just need to roll a dice, see what happens. 4. So I lose 4. 25, no, I've lost 25. Leadership's 20. 4 would be 9, wouldn't it? 29. Yeah. So I'd lose 9. I'd lose 9. They're dead anyway. I can't afford the CP to keep them alive.
Right.
So basically they're dead, is what I'm saying.
In that case, I'm definitely moving now. I should have done that first.
Should have done it first. I knew you'd move them out anyway, so
I'm just going to put them in the...
just point out the tank buster's gone. These guys gone. They're alright for morale. We piled in round here with the dude. When we did the thing, we just didn't move him. We rolled dice fast. Scott scored first strike. He's got Big Game Hunter as 2. He started to defend 1, and he's got D3 for assassinate because he killed 3 characters for 2. So Scott moves into the lead 4-3. Let's draw some orc cards. We need a hell of a good draw here. Right, not good cards for the orcs really. Behind enemy lines is doable. There's a truck that can easily get in there. Secure 3. I didn't even look to see where 3 is. Oh, where was 3? It's here. So these boys should be able to get it because they can't really move very far anyway. So that's 2 points, which looks good, but defend 6 is the one right over there where the battle wagon is still having a good slugfest.
This is the start of the battle round again.
Yeah, so you've got to decide which
I'm going to do...
litany you're going to go for.
I'm going to do Catechism of Fire.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put it on...
So it's any unit within 6.
I'm going to put it on
On the auto bolt rifle, so we need a 3 up. See that goes.
Yeah.
It does, so litany of fire on the auto bolt rifles this turn. Right, we'll do some auto movement and come back. Right, so
enemy lines,
that hurts. So these guys have advanced, obviously half their movement. They've advanced, half their movement. The truck's moved up. Scott's just destroying the scenery. Chaplain Dreadnought, set them back up. Right, out here we've got the grots out to form a bit of a screen. These ones have just stayed still. Stayed locked in combat here. The war boss has got out. The truck stayed in combat because it's within 3 of 6. Those guys have got out that side. I need to kill the troop unit to start properly defending that and kill this, etc, etc, etc. So I've got a big pile up round here. This took ages for these guys because do I go here and attack these? The cards are telling us to do this. I have to play the cards. We know it's an uphill struggle really. I couldn't get the knobs out of the truck yet, but there is a card that I could, it's called Boarding Plank I think, to smack that Chaplain Dreadnought from within inside my truck still. So we've got no psychic phase. We'll have some like small arms and stuff here. We'll do all that and come back with the main guns really and see how we get on. But my cards were defend 6, secure 3, which I'll do, which is down here behind enemy lines except for the truck. Potential to get D3 with extra units piling in and that kind of stuff. So we'll see how that plays out. Right, so we split fire everywhere basically. We did all the big shooters from here into these guys. And pistols were scattered here and there as to what they could hit. So we ended up with 2 wounds on the scouts with pistols.
2 saves.
2 saves. And we ended up with 6 wounds on the aggressors from 1 pistol wound and the big shooters. So these are on 3 ups. Oh, just 1 wound. We're just looking to shred off as much as we can do really. The grot guns, because they've got 12 inches, are all going to shoot into the... If they're in range, may as well do the aggressors, we'll see. So the grots have put 4 wounds on the aggressors. Yes! Yes! We're killing aggressor. And there's 1 wounded. That's with Gretchen fire.
So that's 1 off?
Yeah, 1 off and 1 wounded.
No, that's the wound.
Oh, 3 wounds on there.
Yeah.
So 1 had lost 1 and you just caused 2 more. Yeah. Well, that's good. That was better than hoped for with a Gretchen. We'll have a measure up of these guys' shooter range and the boss's shooter. Because we might just keep putting fire into the aggressors to try and tickle wounds off. So the Mega Knobs and the Boss Knob are all going to put their custom shooters down here at the same time. All hit on the same anyway, so 5s and 6s with 6s as extra. So I'll just re-roll that one. So we've got this many hits. 1 wound. And he's saved. I think... Oh, there's a big shooter on the truck. And then there's a guy's in the truck because it's open topped. So the big shooter on the truck actually can see through the windows. Do I keep going at the aggressors? Oh. Nah, they're not wounded. Let's try and chip off a Chaplain Dread. No, no hits. And the guys inside, I'll have to get some dice for them for the knobs as well because they're all just sluggers. So there's 6 guys. Go against the Chaplain Dread because it is the closest. So we've got 2 hits with an extra hit. It's 3 hits. No wounds because it's just strength 4. So I think that is my shooting. Have a look around. I've got nowhere else because they're in combat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Right, we'll go into the important phase, which is the charge phase. So the truck is going to go in against the Chaplain Dread and the 2 squads that are there.
Alright, okay.
The whatever they are in the air, whatever they are, that'll go into them. They can't charge because they advance, they can't charge because they advance. The war boss is going to go into this guy, which he cannot really fail. And those are going to go into both these units, which they cannot really fail. So I'll roll dice if you want us to. Actually, I'll roll it for the Mega Knobs because it'll depend for wrapper 8 inches. Plus 1 is 9. So that's it. So we'll get these guys moved in. We'll do some Overwatch. I'll roll it for the truck. 2 inches is enough to go next to the Dread, which it doesn't need to go through a crater for. So... Actually, it adds 1, so it's 3 inches. We'll have to measure because it's -2 for the crater, but it only needed to be an inch closer to get in within an inch of everybody. Right, so the truck is in. It made it in with its 3 inches, which, like I said, it only needed an inch because it was -2 anyway. So it's contacted the unit. Scott just run for Overwatch. Took 1 wound so far. No Overwatch down here apart from the Marine squad.
Yeah.
Heavy Flamers just put 3 wounds on the truck as well. So you've got the... Is it the heavy squad left to shoot?
No, I did them.
So everyone down there is done. Yeah, so the truck's halved, but you've got the Intercessor squad down here against the Mega Knobs.
Right, so I will do... Crack grenade.
Yeah, crack grenade and then lots of rapid fire. So the crack grenade is missed, and then we'll roll some off camera and see what we get. Bog standard, take a wound on a Mega Knob on the way in, but that's it. Luckily we got off. What I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to start with the War Boss because you've got loads of command points left you could interrupt, and you could go with this guy and smash them, and I'm just going to have to live with what's left. But if you kill a character, at least I can... You know what? I'm tempted to go with the Mega Knobs. Oh, but he's a flat 5 damage, isn't he? But if he kills us, I'd have enough CP to attack him anyway. 2 CP, which I reckon then I could kill him. Or do I kill him? Nah, I'm going to go with the War Boss. My head says War Boss. So he gets an extra strength and an extra attack because might is right. So I think I'm on 6 attacks. So I've got 5 attacks, all going into the Siege Dread. So hitting on 2s, and this is the Killer Claw. They all hit. I'm strength... Well, your toughness 8 on you, so I'm going to be 3s to wound because I don't think I'm strength 16. No, I think I'll just be off. I'll be like strength 7 or something like that, max. Oh,
dear me.
That's no wounds. Oh. Well, your luck's in sometimes, your luck's out. It's definitely out there.
Yeah.
Right, are you paying to interrupt or are you just going to wait? Because you know I can't really attack them back yet now.
I am, but I'm going to interrupt with a Redemptor Dread.
Yeah.
And...
Oh, whoa, hang on. The Killer Claw is reroll failed wounds. Are you kidding?
Oh, dude.
Honestly, I went pale there.
I'm pale now.
Still no 2 ones right. That's 3 wounds though. Thank God. So -3 save, 3 damage flat. I think you say he needs 6s. He's not venerable, is he either? So doesn't make it dead.
Oh,
thank God.
Close.
Right, do you blow up? Please don't blow up. No. Ouch. Honestly, I think all blood just left my body there for a minute. I was like 5 2s and 1s. Like how many? God. Right, so I get to pile in 3 inches, so towards the closest model, which is that Redemptor, so I'm just going to go that way a little bit near the truck. Not touch it.
Yeah, I'm going to interrupt.
Yeah, so you spend his 2 CP.
I've got 5 CP.
I'm trying to make him burn CP, because he's got loads left, and I think I'm on 3.
I've got 5 attacks, because I've been charged.
Yes, you were charged, yes, correct. And you hit on 4s.
I'm going to put 1 into the truck.
Missed.
And then 4 into these guys.
The boys. 3 hits. It'll be wound on 2s. 3 wounds. It's -3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it -4?
-3 power fist.
So we're looking for 5s because they're in mega armor. Oh, we'll save 2. I needed a good roll.
Right,
It's D6 damage. 1, so the 1 on 2 wounds is down to 1 wound. Oof.
Ah, that was poor.
I needed you to whiff there, mate. I'm telling you that.
That was poor.
Look, I haven't got much left. I need everything that's left to be optimum here. So
But it was poor, wasn't it?
yeah, so we're going to go around. We might do the mega knobs now. We might do the truck, which has got the thingy. But what I'm going to do, I'll probably pay a point on the stratagem as well for boarding plank. So the guys inside can attack a vehicle on the plank. So I'll be attacking your Chaplain Dreadnought, which would be nice. But anyway, let's go down here. I need to kill those Marines. The Redemptor Dreadnought, I'm not bothered if it kills a tank in my turn or whatever. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll have to have a think, really. So down here, we're going to do 3 guys, including the Killsaw guy, into the Marines, and we're going to do 1 guy into the Dread. So they will do the guy with the cutter saws first. 1 hit. Be 2s. It is a wound. It's at minus, I think, 3, 4. Yeah, so -4, 2 damage. I knew it was high, I just couldn't remember how high it was. And then we've got the other 2 guys. Oh, it's 2 hits. 2 wounds at -3. 2 failed, so D3 is 1 dead, 2 dead. And they've got the guy attacking the Dreadnought. He's got a hit. He has a wound at -3 on the Redemptor Dread. It's failed its save. D3, I need a 3. Oh, 2, it's down to 1 wound. Yeah, I need to look what charge next. Right, the truck. The truck did charge, didn't it? Yeah. So 3 attacks into the Chaplain Dreadnought. We've got 1 hit. We don't wound. And then, like I said, we'll use the strat on the guys inside, but because they're not in combat, I think I have to go with the units that are first, if that makes sense.
Nah, sorry, start again.
Right, because the guys in there technically aren't in combat.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I use the stratagem now. I'm using the stratagem so they can board and plank attack it, but I think you have to still go with units that are supposed to be gone, so like nominate 1 now and then they go. I'll check the word into the strat. Yeah, so it's at the end of the fight phase when you use the strat, so we'll go on to the battle wagon, which I think gets D3 attacks while it's knocked. 3. It's got 2 hits. It's got 2 wounds. 2 wounds! 2 wounds, no minus. Oh, curse you and your main. Oh. I couldn't have hoped for better than that anyway. Right, so it's you now, because obviously you have to use that strat at the end of the fight phase. So there may not be a truck left alive.
Right, so Chaplain Dread first then. So Chaplain
The Chaplain Dread's hit with all these attacks.
Strength's gone up to 7, then it's doubled.
He's wounded on 2s. It's minus. I think it's minus. Is it -3?
Yeah.
So no save. How much damage is it?
3 damage each.
Yeah, it's gone. The truck's gone. Does it blow up? I was just saying before, what I was planning to do was just charge the Dread and not the Marines, but I said everybody. Oh, it was spinning there, wasn't it? So I think there's 6 guys inside.
Oosh.
None.
There's 4 guys inside. Oh no, it's 1.
None. Yeah, once. So nobody dies. Truck's gone. I need to leave this, so I need to get them out and make sure they can get out. And then I'll not be using that stratagem then. So the intercessors down here put 4 wounds on these guys, so we're looking for 4 2-ups. There is one that's took a wound. They're fine. I think what I'm going to have to do for your turn, because this guy's still a bit dangerous, I'm going to have to do the... I think it's Get Stuck In, lads. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's 3 CP, which will knock me down to 1, but it'll let an infantry unit...
You're only on 2, mate.
Yeah, well, so it'll take me down to none. Yeah, so it'll let an infantry unit, it's already attack again this phase.
Well, you're doing that now.
So I'm going to do it on the Mega Knobs, because I just think in my turn, you know, I'm not going to last. I'm going to be as good as dead. I need to do as much damage as I can. So I'm going to put... How many wounds is he on? 1. I'm going to put these 2 guys into them, and I'm going to put this guy into this, and I'm going to put this guy's going to put 1 attack into here and 2 into there.
Right.
So that makes sense to me. So we've got 3, a 1. Actually, you put 2 into the Dread to make sure. And then we've got the Killsaw guy, which we'll have to do separately. So the Killsaw guy, oh my lord. he's got a kill. And then the other guy, he's got 2 hits. He's got 2 wounds. I need to make 2 saves. And then the other attack's coming the other way onto the Dreadnought. I've got 3 hits. I've got 2 wounds. Good. Right, so that's killed the guy who's moved off. So he's got 2 6-up saves with his Sergeant. Nope. He's dead because it's D3 damage a time. And then 2 6-ups on the Redemptor. It's got a wound left.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
It's about time you double 6'd me. It's about time. But look, I know that was 3 CP. Importantly, that would have been gravy, but I needed them dead because they're troops. And then obviously, because these grots aren't in combat, I was debating getting them in against them so they couldn't be targeted.
Yeah.
But I probably should have done tactically. I probably should have left them alive and got everybody in so you couldn't shoot the grots and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so they've done their pile in. I think they get to pile in again, but the nearest enemy model's there, so I'd probably just come back to there, which isn't really good for me. I come back come back to there, right in the corner, because then he's within an inch of this guy for extra attackies. But look, that could have went a little bit better for the Orks, but I got rid of the Siege Dread. I got my secure that card. I got behind enemy lines with 1, 2. If the truck was alive, well, either way, the truck or the knobs are going to score as behind enemy lines. So 2 units, but not enough for D3. So that's 2 points, and I've started to defend 6. So 2 points.
You're up to 5.
But you also get 2 because you were fully defended 1.
Right, so I won 6.
So you're winning 6-5.
Right.
Space Marine turn 2. Do you want us to draw your cards?
Yes, please, mate.
You've got behind enemy lines, which might not be doable, really. You've also got Scour the Skies, which you can get rid of because I haven't got any flyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll need to push out for that. That'll be mission critical. So roll a d6. This is the one that you only, I think, so 6, which is, I think, in the middle.
No.
Is that the one you're defending, isn't it?
That's that one that you're on.
Oh, it's the one I'm on, that's right. Defending 6. So mission critical.
That's my warlord, doesn't it? No.
No. So if it's controlled by me and you get it, you get D3 victory points. So there's an incentive to go and rush over that way with some units.
Get it. Right.
Yeah. Behind enemy line is going to be tricky for you, and defend 3, which I think's down here.
It's this one.
So actually, not good cards for you this turn, but I'll be honest with you, it sort of helps you out because it just lets you do what you want. And if you get to do that, what I was hoping for is stuff that really pushed you out your comfort zone. You'll just gun the shit out of my stuff, which isn't good for me. So we'll come back after the Marines have moved, and hopefully the Orks will have something left alive at the end of the shooting phase.
Yep.
So we're done. So these guys have moved up. And these guys just shuffled up, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, they did.
A big shift this way with the characters. The banner didn't work before. I don't think we got it on camera and stuff like that. The Apothecary this turn moved up. Oh no, he moved. He was there, wasn't he? Trying to get an aggressor up, and then it failed.
Well, it's after the movement phase.
But he failed to get the aggressor, didn't he? So he can't shoot or anything. These guys have stayed put where they are. The Thunderfire cannons have stayed put, and this has stayed in combat. So basically, a shift this way to try and it's totally doable as well. Get me off this objective. Cataclysm of Fire still on this squad for the +1 to wound. Yeah, I think that's it. So into the shooting phase we go.
Yep.
Heavy Doctrine is still on, which wasn't changed. So
I'm going to fire with these scouts first, I think.
Okie dokie.
And I'm going to shoot him.
Yeah. We didn't point out before as well, the Big Mech healed the tank for a wound. So it's on 2.
What's the Big Mech's?
5 up in run. He's on a 4 up save on the bike. 5 wounds.
4 up save.
He's going to get a 5 up in run if he's shooting me. Benefits from his own field. So
I'll shoot him.
going for the war boss. How dare you? How very dare you? Right. So hitting on 3s. Kantor's not in range of these guys now.
No, we won't. Yeah, not from the lieutenant either.
So 2 hits. We're looking for 5s to wound because I'm big and tough. That's a mortal wound in addition. So none. So 2 up. So he's saved, but he has took a mortal wound, which is good. The Chaplain Dread's going to go into the knobs. He's got his assault cannon and a heavy flamer.
So I'll do the assault cannon first, hitting on 2s.
Yep.
Or hit.
Yep. Wound on 3s.
It's heavy. So 5 wounds. But it's now
5 and -2, so I'll get 5 6-ups. So I save 1, so that's going to be 2 knobs dead. So we'll take this 2 with, just lie him down for now, I'll change him. There's 2 with just normal choppers and sluggers. I'll take them off, I'll do it later.
The heavy flame man.
Yep.
Is
1 hit. 1 wound at -2. So again, a 6 up needed. Nope. So that's a 1 taking a wound because I've got 2 wounds each.
And with that in mind, I will turn the stalker guys round. 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4. Do I do crack grenade? Crack grenade.
Well, the 2 damage each of guns anyway, aren't they? Crack grenade's got a better chance of wounding.
Crack grenades.
It'll wound on a
better
3.
Strength.
It'll wound on a 3, but the damage is...
3 damage in it.
Well, there's 1 wounded, so if you do it, start with a crack grenade. Because then the other one's killing up.
Yeah. So crack grenade first.
Yeah, missed. So that makes it easy option for you.
Yes.
Because I'm not more than 5.
No, you're not. 4 regular hits.
Twice. Oh no, just the heavy guns on there, yeah. Strength 4, so 4s.
Oh, 1 at -3.
1 at -3, so no save. So the other wounded one will die. So we've lost 3 in that unit so far.
Oh, 3 dead, yeah. Alright, I'll have to...
Well, let them have a think, because the OCD and me's kicking off as well, because you've laid down my 3 best models. Okay, so these guys are shooting at the blues. Oh, sorry, these guys are shooting at the blues. So they're hitting on 3s. Any 6s will be auto wounds.
And
an additional hit.
As it is, I got 1.
Right. So there's two auto wounds.
Yeah, 1. So...
And then 3s to hit, yeah. And then these will wound on
wait a
4s.
minute. How many's in this squad?
Lots, 20.
How many 2s did I have there? Because 2's hit.
2. Shouldn't add another 2. I don't know. Just add another 2.
Right, they hit as well.
Right, okay. 4s to wound. So we've got 2 already from the 6. Did you roll the 6? You don't, I was going to say no, no, you don't roll the 6. It's just an auto wound. Right, so 4. So you got 6 wounds, yeah.
7. There's another 6 there. That was at the back.
7. So we've got 7 saves of a 6. Because these don't have any minuses. So we'll drop 5 boys. Oh, they might have a lot of fire coming into them this turn. But let's drop 1, 2. We'll leave a 5 there. 3, 4, 5. Actually, because I think you may charge 3, 4, 5. In the hope you're all really terrible on your charge if you're coming against these guys. All the way there, you'll not even need to come into a crater, man. What am I doing? 3, 5. Put them back there. There you go. Because he'll just charge into the gap. Right, so we lost 5 in that squad this turn. Come on, boys. Many orcs are dead now. The steam is pretty much... This is my trump card down here. The rest is all dead.
Okay.
So I think we shot the auto bolters are left down this side of the table. Who are they going to go for?
They're going to go for this squad.
Boys in yellow?
Right, they're going to hit in 2s because
because there's lots of them. Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then they're going to wound on 4s. So yeah, these guys had the +1 wound with the catches and fire that was still on from battle on 1. So they're down to, we lost 7. Didn't make any saves that time. Moving over, you've still got a hell of a lot of gunfire to come.
This heavy bolter has to shoot the grot.
Correct, yeah.
So I'll do that now.
Okie dokie. So it's going to get 6 shots hitting on 4s, you said, re-rolling because Kantor's there.
Now, it's a vehicle.
Yeah.
Right?
It still gets it, it's got the chapter keyword.
Yes. And so, because it's a vehicle, it counts as 5, and there's 10 grots, isn't there?
There should be 10, yeah. So you'll be hitting on +1, so 3s.
3, sorry, yeah. And re-rolling because it can't all.
Correct. So they all hit. We're sending the 2s out extra, yeah, I think so.
Sorry, that's 1 too many.
And we won on 2s.
Am I re-rolling 1s for the lieutenant?
He's definitely in the mix somewhere, I think. Yes. Are you?
Oh, nah, he's out.
No, well, you're killing on 2s. Actually, no, I've got him in the force field save, so you're wounding on 2s. Normally you would be killing on 2s. 7?
Yeah.
Seems to be the thing. I've had rolled 7 dice lots of times. So 5 up in runs from the custom force field has saved 2 grots. So we've lost 5 grots. So the second one has to do the same target because they're 12 inches away.
It's 4s again though, isn't it? Re-rolling misses.
Yeah, because now there's only 5.
There's only 5 of them. That's a 6 as well, mate. So.
Right, 2s. You just roll what dice you need. I don't imagine I have any Gretchen left alive anyway, so.
No, he is in the range of the.
7. It looks like 6 so far.
He is in range of the lieutenant.
6 with an extra reroll of 2. 8. That's 8. 5 ups. Can we save lots with the custom force view? We'll save 2, 3. So we lost 5. We lost 5 before. That's 10. That's a squad. Blip, 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 blip. Oh, lots of guns now. These guys are going to now open up into the mega knobs. On all in cover.
3s re-rolling.
Yeah. Because there's not millions of us yet. It's a pretty good hit roll. 4s.
That generates another one.
Yeah, so 4s. Rerolling 1s. Because I think the lieutenant is with.
Is the crack grenade 4 as well?
Oh, 3s be a crack.
I can re-roll that for the lieutenant.
Yeah. So it looks like 3 wounds with the bolt rifles and a wound with a crack. Now the crack going to be in -2 because it's still in Devastator Doctrine. Yeah. So we're going to be on a 4 up for the crack. No, and then it was 3, wasn't it? At -1. So they've all saved, the 3s. And then you've got D3 damage. 2. He's dead. The wounded guy's dead. Right, we're going to go back as being idiots. We can't shoot the mega knobs because they're in combat. Down here it's because we're just measuring stuff and that's when it dawned because he was looking to do like 2 damage wounds on the battle wagon with the lieutenant, but there's models here that are closer than the characters, right, so he's going to have to split fire.
These guys are going to have to shoot the blue squad.
Yeah, they can pick a different target because I went against them. So I tell you what, we're going to do a lot of it off camera because it's all small arms fire. Most of it's either going to go, because you can't shoot the battle wagon in that, and some of these are closer to these, and it's going to be a nightmare. We'll come back with a result because it's going to be loads of fiddly measuring. Or start with your Thunderfire cannons, and maybe a bit easier. So basically we took a load of casualties here just from this Intercessor squad really. The Thunderfire cannon's now coming over, so it's got
3, 5, that was
7, 8 shots. You're rolling well for these Thunderfire cannons today.
Doing much better than, I would say better than average with them. Right, so it's hitting on 3s? No, it'll be, yeah, there's 2, 4, 6, 7, there's 8 right,
in there.
It's hitting on 3s.
And it'll be wounding on 3s because it's strength 5. You're not using any thingies. You've dropped one.
Okay.
Yeah, you see that one? That's a 1 there. Just roll it again because you dropped it and then knocked it with your hand. Okay. So that's all of them wound.
Yeah.
At -2 because it's heavy, and they're not all in cover. So how many was that? 6, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've lost 18 in that squad now. We're definitely not passing any morale checks.
Right, the second Thunderfire will use the combination of Tremor Shells and Suppressor again, so I'm down to 2.
2 CP, I'm guessing you're going against yellows.
The yellow squad, yeah.
Okie dokie. So 43 shots.
So this is the first shot.
43, yeah.
So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Consistent.
Yeah, it is.
I think you've had 8 every time,
yeah,
which is pretty good. So you need a hit. You've got your hit.
Yeah.
And then it's forced to wound on this one. Well, forced to kill because it's -2.
Well,
because you're heavy.
Yeah, the strength's different, isn't it?
You just get a -1 to your wound roll. So I've lost 3. Take them from the back. Keep the 3 there for this turn so we know how many have died.
1, 2. And then I'll fire the second shot at the same squad.
Yep, so 43.
Yeah, I'll fire the second shot at the same squad. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Running out of bullets. There, yeah, all hit.
Oh wait, that would be a hit, that too, because of the number.
Yeah, more than that, yeah, so they've all hit. 3 4s again because you've lost the strength. Yep. So another 3 dead.
3, yeah.
There we go, 3 are dead.
So, shot, 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 shot. Shot, shot. Right, I'll tell you what, let's check his bolt gun. 24 inches.
Yeah, he should be. Maybe he's in range of something. You can't shoot them because they're in combat. You probably can't see through that. No, I think he's... Oh, the
them.
knobs.
Here we go.
He's found the target. He's found the target. Wow, that was like 45 minutes worth of measuring. So basically what's going to happen, the aggressors, 3 are going to shoot into this guy. 1 cannot shoot because they're closer and all this kind of stuff, and he's out of range this way. And 1's going to shoot over this way at this knob.
So I'll do him first.
Just roll off camera, take a million dice, hitting on like 3s, re-rolling, wounding on whatever. Right, surprise, surprise, he's just getting a load of dice ready for shooting. The knob died to just 1 aggressor basically, so the other guys are going into the net now. Right, this guy's down to 3 wounds after the grenades, then all the bolt rounds of course 12 wounds. Going for 12 4-ups. So drop 1, 2, 3, look at that, 4, just enough to get him. Well, more than enough really, a bit of space, so the big mech's gone.
Right. Oh.
It's a shame he rolled pretty good, but just not good enough. But that, I think, there's a couple of... The lieutenant's still got his gun available, and Kantor as well hasn't shot. Yeah, and 3s, hitting on 3s because they're not extra yet. 2s in combat, 3s in shoes.
3s in shoes, right. Real Kantor.
And it's strength 5, isn't it?
5 on toughness.
With the extra hit, so it's toughness 6.
6. So
5's the wound. There's 2.
And I get to reroll that for the he's a lieutenant.
2, and what's the minus on the relic gun?
Minus.
I'm on a 2-up bomb, I will roll to see what I get.
-1, it's only -1.
2 6s, he's definitely saved.
Right. And then...
You've got Kantor left, is that the last model left to fire? Right, hang on, we'll have to measure because I think those mega knobs might sneakily be closer, we'll have to see. So yeah, this guy's just closer, just 12 inches.
Getting an extra 1.
Yeah.
So,
I think it was strength 4, wasn't it? 5s. 5's to win.
Reroll them 1s.
So 1, I think you said it was -1 or something like that. Well, he's saved, that's 3 6s.
Yeah, it's -1 now.
Right, so that's the end of the shooting phase, thank God for that. I've literally got 15 grots, a war boss, a few mega knobs, and a battered squad of boys who are moving half speed and everything as well. Right, charge phase. Are you going to come finish us off at the end of turn 2? First charge.
Chapman's going to charge these guys.
Yes, go for it. We'll do all the Overwatch later. It's -2, but he's going off a crater, but he's definitely still in.
Yeah.
Yes. But
I'm going to charge them, Sterngog.
Yeah. We know what you're talking about. The Stalker rifle guys, yeah?
Yeah.
They're all definitely in. With these guys down here, we're going to charge down here. Is that right? I think we're getting a bit of a booting for Rin's World here, like, so... Yeah, well, they're -2. I think it's 7 with the crater deduction. I'll get you nose to nose.
7.
Yeah, we'll measure it, make sure, but I think it is. Right. It was 7. They're going in. Down here is a bit more interesting because the squad down here are 11 inches in from the mega knobs. And these guys, a bit closer, but he wants to sort of push the mega knobs off really, but the battle wagon's also there. The intercessors are troops, which is why he wants them in, because it stops me automatically defending it. Otherwise, he's going to have to kill a battle wagon boss and mega knobs with whatever units get in, if the intercessors don't get in.
Right, so...
You're going to start with the aggressors.
Right, so Kantor, if the aggressors move, Kantor's got a 10-inch charge to be in. So, and the aggressors are going to here, are they?
Well, it's up to you. You can charge everybody if you want. I can't overwatch with the battle wagon or the mega knobs.
8.
I've got overwatch with the war boss, but that's it. If I was you with the aggressors, I'd charge everybody.
Right.
It's up to you though, you don't have to.
No, yeah, I'll do that.
Because literally, like I said, they're all within 3 of here, and if they don't make it in, they're your troop units.
You've got to get 7 to get the first one to there. Yeah. Right, so... Aggressors will charge
I can't kill you enough with even with my bullets, even if I kill and wound everybody.
They're in.
So the aggressors are in, so we'll move them in.
I'll try and charge these guys into the...
Yeah, and so we need an 11.
Well, there's a 1.
Is it? Oh, is he there on the edge? 10, yeah.
He could be in with 9, the guy with the
9 it is then.
Oh,
it's an 11. We're in either way.
I wish I'd rolled that for Kantor.
We'll just cover some Overwatch down here. We actually got hit with a tank bomb and he made an armor save. We've got enough wounds anyway, a couple of hits and killed the wounded guy. The knobs put a wound on the chaplain dreadnought coming in. The war boss put a actually I've hit and wounded everything. Isn't that something's been wounded if it's charged? So the war boss put a wound on an aggressor. They've opted not to go into him though by the looks of it. but they can get in when they pile in, I suppose. So
Well,
it's just to leave space for Kantor, and then if he doesn't get in, they can do
I'll
it.
make my mind up.
Right, so Kantor.
Oh, he's in.
Oh my god.
He is in.
He's definitely in 11. Well done. I think you made every charge. That's ridiculous.
Yes, I have.
That's ridiculous.
And they were like 10s and 11s.
Yeah, I've got no CP to interrupt as well, so I think this could be the end of the Orks. It just depends where you want to start with 1 billion attacks. Being tactical, which it doesn't matter at this stage, I would start with the aggressors because they're further away, put the pet attacks in, then they can choose if they get them, they can then pile forward with more space. Because if you do the attacks with these, this guy's missing out, but if they go first and they create a bit of space, they may have room to pile in. It's up to you. Up to you, but that's the way I'd do it. Because, like I said, I've got no CP to interrupt, so...
I'm just gonna
So these guys, because there's 5 of them, they've got a chainsaw, there's Pedro Kantor. There is 5, isn't there? I didn't kill any yet.
No.
22 attacks.
Sorry, it is 22, but the lead guy's got a power fist.
Right, so take one off for the chainsword. So he's still going to have 4 attacks.
Take one off for a chainsword.
Still going to have 3 for basic, 1 because he's charging, 1 for Kantor. So he's still going to have 5 attacks, but not 6.
And here's our...
He'll be hitting on 4s.
And here's all the black dice.
Yeah, but he can reroll all misses now.
Because of Kantor.
Yeah. See how nice I am to you? Oh my god.
Well, because
if you had bolt on your fist words, that'd be good.
Did it?
Right, so you got, I tell you what, roll the power fist hits first. So they'll wound on 2s. So you got 3 wounds at -3. So I'll do them saves first. So a saved 1, so you've got D3 damage, which will kill this guy, and then you've got D3 damage.
Is it D3?
Yeah, for a power fist, yeah. So you kill that one because he's on 1 wound. And then 2 wounds, so there's another one on a wound, so we'll put it on the guy at the front. No, we'll keep it on that guy there.
Oh, these are hits, aren't they?
3s have hit, because I was only 4 men in the unit.
And then 2s for...
2s can be rerolled, yeah. Right, so everything but 1 hits, and then you'll be wounding on 4s. No backup here from any lieutenants or out like that, but that should still be a healthy wound roll. That looks very good.
Pretty good. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9? I don't even think I've got 9 dice in my hand. 6, 7. Let's get some dice. So 9 2-ups. So we've dropped 2. So the guy that was wounded is dead, and we'll put a wound on the other guy. So we'll put a wound on the guy that's next to the Marines there. Sorry, a wound, wasn't it? Yeah, so he's got 2.
Right. So now I'll do aggressors.
Now they can move 3 inches if you want, but you're pretty much on the objective. You probably don't want to, which will open up your aggressors.
Right. Yep. Which means that he gets in. So I'll do. You know what? I'll do these 3 on the Mega Knob guys.
Yeah, because there's a Mega Knob here in case anyone's wondering when they're watching. Yeah.
These 3 on the Mega Knobs, and then these 2. Actually, I think who's got the. So he's a sergeant. So that he with the sergeant one.
Yeah.
The guy with the green
target,
dots.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy has a target, but he's on orange dots.
Well, is he not the sergeant?
He is.
Is he not the thing with the?
No, I don't. When they're in 3s, I always use the square thing.
It's up to you. Whichever. No. I don't think it makes any difference in the odds at this stage.
But we'll just say. But these 3 are regular.
So they're going against the Mega Knobs.
Yep, and then these 2, which one is a sergeant, will go against the
War Boss.
War Boss.
Okie dokie. Right, so these guys get 3 attacks base now, 4 because they're charged.
5 because of Kantor.
So they're going to get 12 plus 3, it's 15 attacks against the Mega Knobs. And these ones with the sergeant will get 9, 11. So you've got 11 attacks against my War Boss and millions against there.
These are against the...
Hitting on 4s, re-rolling. Tell you what, we're just going to roll these and see how many we get, because I don't imagine anything to be left alive after this. T4. So wound on 2s.
All of them.
All of them is millions. -3.
10, 11.
11 5-ups coming up. Right, yeah, it failed pretty much 10, so they're dead. Right. Yeah, they're definitely dead. So we'll take that one out of there. Boo. And then we've got the 2 against the War Boss, should be enough to finish him off as well.
So I've hit the War Boss 7 times.
Look at that, you hit well as well, 5s and 6s.
Wounding on
3s. So 6. So 6 5-ups. Where he saved 2. He's got 5 wounds, so unless you roll 4 lots of 1s and 2s, he's gone. Nope, that's the war boss bonked out. So they can then pile in 3 inches. That's Slay the Warlord as well.
Kantor.
Pile in, yeah. He didn't declare the truck. Did he just declare the war boss because it was outside of 12 as well, so he couldn't?
Yes, right. So that charge over
well,
there.
I'll tell you what, do you want to do your dreadnought while you're here? Because, well, everything else was in combat and charged, so I kind of interrupt.
4, 5 for Kantor.
Kantor's there now, yeah. So he's hit 3 times.
Reroll for Kantor.
Actually, he might have hit once. We'll have to check because he's on a wound, isn't he?
Yes.
I think he goes to 5s.
Alright.
Yeah, so you get to reroll these 2 here. Those you'd already rerolled. So he's got 2 hits now. Wounds 2's to wound, I think. Wasn't it? It was massive. So 2 wounds, no save. It's got 2 wounds, 2d6 damage. Can't do anything. Does it blow up? This would be nice. No. Bugger. That would have been nice to kill everybody.
And then you consolidate towards those grots.
Could the grots win it for the... No way. Right, we'll move round to the other side. We'll do the... Just tell you off camera what happens here, because there's... Even down here, there's millions of attacks. So book a load of attacks, hitting on 2s, because I'm more than 5 than they are, and wounding on 4s. Oh my god, that's even good. Oh.
5, 6, 7, 8.
8. 8 6-up needed. Well, we'll save 2, so we've lost 6 guys. We'll take them from the back, and we'll come back later and go over the side. So we've done out of sequence here, but these guys managed to kill one, and Scott made like every other armor save bar one. I think we're like 9 or 10 wounds. So we've lost one there. I think I've lost 18 guys in here. So at the end of the morale phase, that'll be 5, be 23. There's 10 guys left. So they'll be gone. You wouldn't get the pile in though, because it's all done. So they'd be dead. And we still haven't done the combat down here.
Right, Chaplain's red. 5 attacks on the charge. Hitting on 2s.
Be 2s to wound.
2s to wound. Oof.
Oh, 2 fail. Someone might have someone left alive, might. But your boys are going to come in and smash his face. It's -3 or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get no save because I'm 4 up armor, and then it's... I think it's... Might be a flat damage, you know.
It's flat 3.
Flat 3 kills 2 guys, so we'll leave the boss knob on, which he'll then they pile in, and then these guys come piling in for the kill.
So it's 3 on the sergeant, chainsword, 5 for the sergeant, and then 3 again. Just 14.
Got 12, 17 attacks.
17?
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's right, there was one more.
Yeah, 3 for each guy, 2 normally then the charge, so 3, 6, 9, 12. 3 for the sergeant, it's 15, plus 1 because your sergeant, 16, plus 1 for each chainsword, 17. 17 attacks hitting on 3. It's pretty good. Wounding on 4s.
We're wounding on 3s because he gives them plus 1.
No, that's on. I thought that was his plus 1 strength, isn't it?
Plus 1. Oh, aye. With a 1 strength to their characteristic for the duration of the fight phase.
For him or units?
Everyone who's in the unit combat with him.
Right, so that's 7. I'm just going to use Scott's dice. 7 4-ups required. Oh, he's alive with a wound. Are these weighted? Is that why you're winning? These are weighted. Right.
I'm normally saying that to you.
I think he's got 4 attacks being the boss knob.
Right.
I'm going to double check for you. How many wounds has the Chaplain Dreadnought got?
8.
And he's got an invuln, hasn't he? No, like saying, this guy's as good as dead anyway, so we're going to go against the Chaplain Dreadnought. I know he's got a 5-up invuln, but hey ho, whatever. So hit on 4s, hit once, doesn't wound, strength 10, you'd needed a 3. So he's alright for morale, funnily enough, because they only lost 3 guys, I think. Yep. Actually no, he could probably still fail. Did I lose 3? 4? 3? Well, there was 6 in there, but some died the turn before, didn't they?
Two died getting out, didn't they?
Yeah.
So
is that this turn? So
it was your combat phase, right? It's this turn.
So he's lost 3. It's just 7. He's good. He's actually good. So I'll have at least a model left alive on the table. Oh.
What?
Well, put it this way. This is what I've got for my turn 3. 15 Gretchen and a knob with cyborg body on it, 2 wounds. And at the end of that turn, you will get D3 points because you got mission critical 6 and took it off me. I won't be able to defend 6, but that stays in my hand. You will...
I'm not doing that. I'll have to keep
Not yet, you're not behind enemy lines. And defending 3
She's there.
is this one. So you're not... Are you ditching any of those?
No, I've got space for 6.
Yeah, I think you've definitely got them. So I'll tell you what, we'll draw my cards to see what mine would be. D3 for that. It's 3 plus 1 for Warlord.
Right, so I'm on to 10.
And then you draw 3 cards. You can have up to 6 in your hand. Or Witch Hunter I'll get rid of because you didn't have a sight guard.
Yeah.
So I will get Big Game Hunter. Overwhelming Firepower, which is kill someone with Gretchen. Mission Critical. I haven't got a dice. 4 would be objective number 4.
You can do this, you know. Them grots kill that fucking Redemptor Dreadnought with 1 wound. With overwhelming firepower.
Yeah, but you're miles of points ahead of us anyway, aren't you?
5? Only 5 points.
You're on 5 points.
No, I'm on 10, you're on 5.
Right. So I've
Right,
got 15 Gretchen.
Right, but if you get Big Game Hunter,
Yeah.
right, there's a point.
So that takes us to 610.
You'll do it with that.
Takes us to 710.
What's this one? 4. Is that the one you're sat on?
No, I have no idea. I
It's
think...
easy now. It's 4.
Yeah, well... Right, so that takes it to...
So you've got
Right,
that.
say I get all 3. That takes us to 7-8. So I'm still a point behind you. Then it's your turn.
Yes, but I've got to achieve my objectives, haven't I?
No, you draw 3 more. You have up to 6 and 8. You're still winning 7-8. Right, I tell you what, we'll play it out. We'll play it out.
well,
I definitely can't win.
if
I
it's
can
only
get
gonna-
7-8, but it'll only take... Literally, I've got 16 models, so it'll not take as long to move.
If we play it out, basically what you've got to do is you've got to blow that up with them,
Okay, let's do
and
it.
then stay in range of that.
Let's
I reckon
do
you,
Scott mentally wants us to play this out. Right, so we've got 6 Gretchen
It's the start of the next battle turn.
in
I'm
range.
gonna-
Alright, litany of... Doesn't go off whatever it was.
It was the fate one. The hate one. for
Do you
the
do your
combat.
doctrine now as well? Are you changing your doctrine? You may as well go to assault just to rub salt in the wound.
Well, do I have to go tactical
Yeah,
then?
yeah.
Yeah,
Unless you use CP to change it. So
Well, I've got a CP, so I'll
just
go
go to
with
tactical.
assault.
You're going to tactical. I
Oh,
can't remember which way you're doing it
It
anyway.
is, aye. Right, I'm in tactical.
Right, I've got 5 hits on the Redemptor Dreadnought. I need 6s to wound it. Oh, I do get a wound. You get a 3-up save.
I told you!
Does it blow up?
Or if it kills Kantor.
I don't think it can. Ooh, that would have been nice, because it would have been D6. Right, so I've got overwhelming firepower. I've got
Big game hunter.
Big Game Hunter. I've got a knob down there. It's a fight phase.
Right, so you're on 7,
Yeah.
right? And if that, aye, you're on 7.
And I'm going to go for your Chaplain Dreadnought, and I'll get rid of one of your cards if I kill it. I've got 2 hits this time. Or 1 wound, so I can't kill it. No save. Oh, it's in one. Past its in one. It's got an in one 5-up, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So you get to attack back, take the knob off, he's dead. There's literally no way you can survive it. He does have a cyborg body upgrade, but even then, he's got a 4-up armor. The Marines would have enough attacks to whittle him down, I think.
Yeah, I think they would do it.
So Scott's cards are just going to draw them and play them out. So he's got Kingslayer because he already killed the Warlord last turn. Advance he'll not get because there's no way the Thunderfire cannons can get out. Defend 6.
Yep.
You're definitely going to get.
So did that one start?
That starts now because they're your new cards, because these were your other ones, which is Defend 3, which is down here, which you're going to move on to and start doing. And behind enemy lines,
I'm not going to get that.
well, you might not get that, but you'd say you would ditch it at the end of your turn. So you've already got 2, which was, what was the score? 8-10?
8-10, yeah.
So you go up to 12, 12-8. So you're already winning. Then you probably get another 4 points, because the way it goes, I can't, even if you kill it, you're supposed to play it out. So you'd get another 4 points off these 2. And then that will be turn, 4? And then you get another card. So you're going to be massively in the lead. So you'd have all those cards, right? And then you get another 6 cards, which you couldn't score. You get D3 points for area denial, so I wouldn't have anything left alive. You couldn't score no prisoners. You'd be on 6. It's 5. I think that's where your Sunders or something, or around that area. Oh no, it's down here. So they might or might not have got it that way, but they would have hopped round. So even then, you'd probably get another 4 or 5 points. And that's with me having nothing on the board for you to get kill points. So a resounding victory for the Marines.
I can't believe that, like.
I can. I told you at the start, didn't I? I told you you're killers.
I'm just absolutely flabbergasted by how much more effective they are now, like. Absolutely.
Well, I said I think Marines are strong. I think
blown me away.
Codex wise, it's not necessarily the stuff in the Codex, it's all the stratagems and the the stuff which it should do, which now stacks,
Yeah.
which is good. So like you've got Kantor, who I always like, but you put him with aggressors, and aggressors, I mean you're a squad of 6, but if you look at a squad of 3 aggressors, when they're targeting most troop units are going to be 10, so they're adding +1 to hit, re-rolling everything. Kantor, before people do say Kantor does say re-roll misses, but he's a chapter master, and the chapter master tactic says re-roll hits. So I'm happy to play it that way, even though I got smashed. But yeah, it shows like Primaris, armor what Marine should be, 2 wounds, tough, sitting them in cover, really hardcore, decent guns with a -1 AP flat. You know, negates. I know I didn't take a massively powerful orc list in case people kick off, but I took a list that previously would have caused you massive issues.
Yeah.
The Thunderfire cannons now have been taken up a notch. Like, they were good before against what Orks could do, but that strat to basically hinder 2 units. Massive.
Totally different.
Massive, because it basically slows down. If you look at any sort of combat unit, they normally have 2 or 3 units that can chuck in your face. You've knocked it down to 1, so if you concentrate fire on that 1, the other 2 can't do anything, and you can do it every turn. So basically, what you did is you just kept the Orks at arm's length, picked off the units you wanted to pick off, and when I did go in, I was forced to go in and fight down here, which then meant you could come and smash us in. So I think the Marines can be beat. Look, don't get us wrong. I could definitely took a harder core Orc list, but I just chucked some stuff together that I wanted to use. But the Marines are very, very, very strong.
I can't believe how effective that was. And
you normally roll pretty bad.
I do normally roll terribly. Like I roll pretty well all through.
Pretty much solid. All.
There wasn't a single dice roll where I went, oh man, can you believe
Well,
that?
that's the thing now, is consistency with the Marines. If you look like you've got something like a chapter master, not a lot of other armies have that, where they're moving forward, they're re-rolling misses and wounds on 1s. And so all those things before that were just okay are multiplied so many more times because you've got stratagems to do other stuff. And just powerful. Just the extra attacks. And then the extra attacks with Kantor on Power Fists. Ooh, that was brutal. If you think there's like 4 Mega Knobs down there, War Boss, they melted, they absolutely melted. But I know Orks, that's not the competitive build. You know, you take your shock attack gun relic, which can fire twice and does mortal wound outage and all that kind of junk. And you know, you can take looters and screen shields, and looters are good because they cause 2 damage and they'll be killing Primaris Marines and all that stuff. But and yes, I did throw stuff at you pretty much recklessly, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think it would have massively changed the outcome of the game. I don't think it would have done. Like, the tank buster tank, even if I'd kept it back, I'd have been shooting at stuff like Marines, and eventually you'd have got it and popped it, and stuff like just the aggressors and those heavy bolters. You've got so much firepower, like anti-Daka, that it would have mullered us. And the big thing, I'll be honest with you, it's the Thunderfire cannons. I know I'll play on them again. I have no way of getting back there without getting through you to make you then stop hitting my units from advancing. So I cannot deal with them. I know at the start I said, I could have used the teleporter tactic and dropped 9 inches away and saved the battle wagon. But let's be fair, like, you didn't do anything to a turn 1. Made no difference. And then I'd have been my turn 2. I'd have landed, but not being able to get out. So actually in this case I could do more and get the points, but hardcore for the Orks. It took a hell of a battering, but it was a fun game. You should have enjoyed that because it was like an easy day at work, that wasn't it?
It's the first time I've beaten me as well.
I said you'd win. Scott was sweating. He's like, "Oh, don't pressurise us like that." But I
do it every time.
Marines are in such a state now that they're good offensively and they're a good gun line. And aggressors for me are the key unit because they've got some clout. And if you get them, suit them up.
Even before I would let aggressors like in the previous codex were like my auto take. Just
really
straight
good.
away have to take them.
And there's Kantor. He can be well satisfied today. Rin's world a distant memory.
Right, that's
these new boys are doing him proud.
And the thing is, there was no, because obviously these are Crimson Fists. In the White Dwarf thing.
Yeah.
It adds, you get stratagems against Orks.
Yeah. It didn't even need that.
Well, obviously we chose not to use it because it's kind of outdated now, but.
Yeah, but even then, you didn't even need it.
Didn't need it.
I think one of these is good too. Just shows you, it gives you the versatility because if one gets knocked out of action,
but the thing is, it's the doctrine.
Yeah, the
heavy doctrine. Like even the one that's, say, they're using trimmer shells.
It's still a minus 2
still
AP.
minus 2.
Yeah. So even if you're talking stuff like, say, Marines, or 4-up save armies.
Like in a Doctrine, exactly. I could put these in against anything now.
Yeah. Minus 2 AP. The minus 1's good. I thought the minus 1 was good.
It is,
even
because
stuff like
it's
tanks.
the number of shots.
I know that the tremor shells doesn't work on stuff like that, but still to hit it, you'd be wounding in most cases on 5s with a minus 2 AP. You can tickle wounds off stuff you normally couldn't before.
I'm just wondering though, with that, because basically beforehand, I looked at whirlwinds and thought, well, they have their place. I wonder now with that strat, because that strat also works on whirlwinds.
It does, yeah.
Whether or not whirlwinds are now viable again.
I tried one last time. They're not as good. They're not as good. They're better than they were.
Because obviously they're shooting twice.
But that Thunderfire cannon, if ever you had it, because of that other strat.
You always use that.
Pretty much. If you're coming up against any assault army, that's worth hundreds of points. I literally can't describe how powerful it is. I've used it myself and I know.
So
it's literally, imagine anything. Gene Stealers,
aye.
They'll hate you. Orks, I need to get my stuff across the field and you're saying half everything.
I split that across units.
Yeah.
If you use it on the same unit, it only halves once, doesn't it?
Yeah, it only, you can't half and then half.
And then half again. No.
I don't think so.
No, that would be...
I would, even if I used it, I wouldn't play it that way because it halves the stuff, but then you can't half and half. Yeah. It's daft.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that strat, which I think should be FAQ'd, I think you should load that shell. It should be one-off, like a one-off tremor
what you
shell.
probably find is that tremor shell, they might do it so that every time you use the tremor shell, you have to pay the CP.
Maybe's. But it says at the start of the phase.
Or it can be...
if that bit wasn't on, if it was when you shot it, and then you could shoot it again, then obviously you couldn't do it because you couldn't use the same stratagem again.
Yeah.
But it's because it lasts till the end of that phase. Which I understand it's been loaded with tremor shells and it's fired twice, fair enough. But if that's the case, it needs to be a little bit more expensive than 1 CP or 2 CP for the combo. I think the fire again strat could even be worded that if 2 CP. It's strong being able to fire twice. Definitely 2 CP, especially if it's got something like tremor shells on. Or
it is, that's 2 CP. That is 2 CP.
Yeah, but
then the tremor shells 1, there's just 3 CP to shoot it twice.
Yeah, but I'm saying like 2 for the tremor. If you use
it,
like you said, you have to use it again for the second.
It becomes 4.
But it's tricky because you can't use the same strat twice, so it's like, and is it worth 2 CP on its own as a stratagem? Yes, definitely. I think it is, and especially now because you can get decent amount of points with the Marines, like you've seen. You can build battalions and all that kind of stuff and get a load of command points. You had more than the Orks. I know I should have chucked loads more troops in and made loads of CP and all that, but it just goes to show, the absolute killing power of the Marines now is really good.
I had to use a bit of Forge World trickery to get the fast attack option in and that. I think I could get attack bikes for the same price.
Probably, I think attack bikes like 45, 50 points.
Alright, so they're a little bit...
What are those in points? 30, 40?
When you load them with a heavy bolt, there's 37 pointage.
Yeah, you'd be a few more points. You maybe take them down to a squad of 5 or lose an aggressor or something, and you would probably get the difference. Definitely, if you lost an aggressor, you'd probably have the difference.
Yeah, I suppose because they're a squad of 6.
Yeah.
And then he was an elite as well, so I had 4 elites, I only needed 3.
Well, like you said, this guy... Just the ability to bring guys up. He did bring did he bring an aggressor back? No, he failed. He brought extra guys back and healed. It's just good. The 4-up on this didn't even need to come into play.
No, never used it.
I had him last time. It was the same sort of thing.
It
lets you change up what you do. Because before you would have had him definitely with them, maybe some Hellblasters. But now you look and you think, well, actually.
Well, I was putting them with Centurions.
Well, yeah, equally.
So he was supporting Centurions and aggressors at the same time. But honestly, I think I probably would have just...
Would you not have 2 castles? Have him with them and another one with normal banner with a Centurion, whatever. Just walk everyone up the middle with Kantor and a medic or 2.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, could literally... That's what I like about Marines was they can actually get up in your grill now. Instead of being a static gunline, which they can do.
But you know what the thing is now, especially if we're talking about competitive, is how do you focus your Marines to fight other Marines? Because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that is what's going to happen.
Like we're going to go to Neo in February and it's going to be Marines everywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be these guys -1, so Marines are going to be saving on 4s, 2s if they're in cover. It's ITCD and EO, so there's going to be the middle ruins you can't see through and all that's going to be a big indicator. So stuff like these are going to be pivotal.
Well, I probably can't take them because I'm thinking about taking Blood Angels.
Yeah? Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'm sure Blood Angels will get them added. I think. Don't know.
Nah.
If Blood Angels didn't have a codex out by then, I wouldn't take Blood Angels.
Well, I've got a reason for it. Like.
Have you? Oh, I know why. I know why without saying on here. I know why.
Yeah.
Which it will be cool if you do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I think anyone that plays here would be like, they'd be equally in awe and cacking their pants.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's not that bad, but it's a big toughness.
Well, we're gonna once it's painted, we're gonna play with it a lot.
Well, you've got one which in it, which it's been on before. Yeah, no, that's it. I'll keep it as a secret. But no, it was good. It's good to get the Marines back. It was good. Good playing with the Orks. I knew I'd made a mistake. I'd forgot all about the Marines super duper attacks when I charged that guy in. Yeah. Literally, I just bounced off you.
Yeah.
I literally bounced off you, and I couldn't get close to you.
I was thinking he was just going to tear through that unit and then move on to the next one, and I was basically just going to get bogged down
in the middle. Nah,
in the middle because he holds everything up, and then everyone swarms in. I thought I was.
But you had good bodyguard. Like if I got through that said, didn't I use them like the speed bumps? So once if I didn't even get through them, if I managed to get through them, I then had Kantor and all these. They would have killed them.
The aggressors were there as well.
So it's good, and that's what I mean. Did it feel different to play? The fear's gone, hasn't it?
Oh, I massively. It was like. You know, like normally, you said, oh, well, aggressors going forward, getting the combat.
3 wounds is
big. I would have
big.
sat there with the aggressors and just shot.
Yeah.
I know that they've got power fists and they're hard, but in the previous edition, and the previous codex, they would have just stood still and got double taps, and that would have been it for them. That would have been their game. Like that's all they would have done.
So what you're basically saying is I told you how to win.
I didn't feel like I needed to
push them out.
Yeah, and I didn't feel like I needed to rely on one aspect of them.
I think because the thing is you're so caught up on this double shot thing, right? But we had a quick chat, and what I was saying about them is that is brutally strong, but don't be afraid to move them out. Well, forget the double shot, just gun something down and then charge something else because they're so strong.
With Kantor, I know we're specifically talking Crimson Fists, but just generally the extra attack on the charge just makes them. It's almost like the double tap in close combat.
Exactly, it's nuts.
It is.
It's nuts, and the extra wound I was saying helps because it makes stuff that's 2 damage weapons which used to eat through them.
Yeah.
Now you've still got a guy left alive, so you need.
But their points have stayed exactly the same.
I know.
And they were already good at
111, isn't it?
111 points for 3, with the bolt stone gauntlets and the frag assault launcher. 111 points. Now they've got an extra wound each. And obviously because of the Space Marine, like Angels of Death, they've got an extra attack.
It's that makes them good. But like I said, I'm not bothered about all that. It's great. I think it's good for the game. But what I like to see is the newer stuff that then comes out needs to be... I don't want it to be more powerful. I want to be in line.
The Eldar stuff that comes out in the next week or so.
Yeah.
Bring out that...
right, the Phoenix.
It has to bring them... It has to bring them up. I know that Eldar already have a lot of powerful stuff. But the Howling Banshees as a unit should get new rules.
See, that's the thing. As nice as the models are plastic, realistically, if they don't cut the mustard, people aren't going to take them.
Exactly, yeah.
The Eldar player, and I'm an old Eldar, I love my Eldar, like, they'll buy the models, they'll paint them up, but they'll not hit the table. Ex-Archers are cool, they've got all these new abilities, don't know what they're going to be yet, but if they're still not good, they'll still not see them hitting the table. You might get them in friendly games or whatever, but for me, the big falling down of Banshees is strength 3. Like, I don't care, you got a power sword, like... Toughness 3, 4 up armour, like... They'll just melt. They literally will melt. Yes, you can't overwatch them. Yes, this lightning fast. But there's no good being lightning fast and being a paperweight. Like, you need to be able to slice through stuff.
Fast if someone's got 2 trimmer shells.
Well, yeah, so you half every... Well, the thing is, out of any unit, Banshees might still be able to get across the board. But they'd be getting a 6 up armour against that. 5 up if you win and Devastator Doctor. And you'd be wounding on 2s. 3s, sorry. You muller them. Absolutely muller them. And then when they get in, they'll be wounding on 5s unless something changes. So they're wounding on 5s against your Marines, which have got 2 wounds. So even if you get 5 wounds, you're going to kill 2 Marines max. And then they will charge and punch you back. So, I don't know.
So, that's why they need to be adjusted.
Need to do something, or maybe it's I'd like to see something like Jane's always had this cool rule where she could like disarm an opponent, so she could take like Kantor's Power Fist off, which is cool. Maybe they do something like they've got different fighting styles, so they could disarm strike, or where their job is to come in and maybe they know they can't kill a target, so they would just like toy with it almost, or distract it. So for every Banshee you choose not to attack, you remove an attack from a model. That would be something cool. Like Harlequins, I could see having that. So right, there's 5 Banshees. I'm just going to chuck them on your Dreadnought. I'm going to not attack with 4, and I'm going to use the X-Arch to attack. So you got -4 attacks. That would be mint, because he'd be trying to like I love seeing little cool rules like that sneak in, because obviously they don't do anything. You're not getting the
They're basically
output.
like that, holding on to it.
Well, not only that, they're just dodging or distracting them and stuff, and that's what Eldor should be like. But that would be cool. But can't talk about it because you never know what they're going to do with rules.
We'll
like
have to find out
cool
next
stuff.
week.
I love to see the new models come out. Like I said, I love Eldor. They need some plastic normal kits. They need some normal like troop stuff. Pathfinders in plastic would be nice.
Troop choice, aren't they?
Yeah, they are now. Scorpions. Some new
definitely
Scorpions.
Scorpions would be great. If the Scorpions came out in plastic, I'd be tempted to stop playing Eldor. Like.
I don't want you stop playing Eldor.
But I'm only going to play Scorpions. That's the thing. It's just like pointless, isn't it?
I've always loved my striking Scorpions, but again, they just don't cut the mustard. It's just Eldor. What Eldor? The toughness 3. I know that I've always played them. You know, always been toughness 3. That's not a big thing. It's the whole like what I've said it a million times. The Aspect Warriors, when the thing first started, they were their style of warfare that they trained their whole life for pretty much is dedicated to doing something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do it anymore. It needs to be changed. The Scorpions were stealthy. They come in, they take stuff out quietly. Before you even knew they were there, you were dead. The Mandy Blasters would cut you to ribbons before you even started the fight. So the Banshees would terrify you. Come in here screaming, couldn't react in time. Fire Dragons would melt stuff. The Reapers would...
that's right, they affected initiative.
Yeah, loads and loads of stuff like that. So they should be super efficient at this thing. And the way I always used to find playing Eldor, if you forced them to not do that thing, they were rubbish, which is fine. You know, Scorpion shouldn't be, he's not a heavy gunner. He's not that kind of stuff. He's not going to be sitting behind cover, gunning people down. He wants to be in there fighting. So they shouldn't be good at that stuff, but they should be exceptional at the other stuff that they're supposed to be training.
Like the chainsaws, they used to have, did they used to have rending?
I can't remember. It used to be strength +1, strength 4, which used to be better in the old thing, but
that's the thing, strength 4 now against Marines, it's
the extra attacks as well. They don't get enough attacks. They literally don't get enough attacks anymore if you compare them to other stuff, but that's by the by. Needs a good look at, I think, a lot of stuff.
Well,
I don't think...
if they even get touched.
I don't think we're far off of version 9. I've said it for a long time, and you can tell the way stuff's being worded and that now. I don't know.
They just released that new rulebook with the... I'm
a mini rulebook.
A
mini rulebook is the reminiscence of a new edition. Every time a mini rulebook comes out, within months, 6 months, there's a new edition.
It's like, right, let's see how we can get people to sucker them into buying these.
It's just use this one, carry it around at 9th, and then I think that's what happened. There's too many now, especially with this like Blood of the Phoenix. There's all the updated stuff for the Eldar, which is fine. It keeps the codex a little bit. Or they're going to release a box set with Orks in and update the Orks, and one with Necrons and update the Necrons. I think they might do, but at that stage, it's just the wording in the Marine Codex. Yes, the stat lines have changed, stayed the same, but Warhammer 40,000, when it started to where it was 7th edition, the stat lines were pretty much the same throughout anyway. It was all the additional rules and the things and how you fight that always changed. So I don't think we're far off. I think it doesn't need an overhaul. And I've said from the beginning, it's not Marines. I'm not whinging because Marines won. I like to see everybody be good at that thing. And Marines should be, which they are, they should have an answer for anything. They should be the masters of warfare, tough as old boots, be able to do stuff against any opponent, because that's what Marines should do. The Guard should be en masse, or, like tank companies. The Orcs should have hundreds of, or be really tough and brutal. The Gene Stealers and Tyranids should be, like lightning fast. And if you want to, the thing I do like is you can't build them different ways, but like we were saying before, I don't like something to be so powerful that's the only ever way you see it built. I'd like to see something so good, that everything's so good that you really should be scratching your head.
Well, that's like the Eldar tournament thing. It's like it's either like 9 flyers, a couple of hemlocks, or it's what else?
That's it, pretty much. That's what you would take, but because that's the ultra efficient thing with them. Whereas I like to have different stuff, and the list I took last time, it wasn't optimized. It did pretty well, but that's because I like taking different stuff. It was like, knew from the off, I didn't go into that thing and I was going to win. I went into that thing and these are the models I've got. I'll make a good list with this. And then I didn't want to go and buy 2 extra or 5 extra flyers or anything like that. So if you want to do that, it's fine. You know what I mean? We were talking before when I said like tournament play. What people have got to remember is 40k is tournament isn't Warhammer 40,000. Warhammer 40,000 is the rule book of Warhammer 40,000. Here are the missions. This is how you play it. Choose how to play it. Yeah. Take your favourite units, make an army, or go whatever you do, have a blast. Competitive is basically, it's a whole different sport. It's like playing football. You want to pick your best players. You want to do your best formation. You're going to have a game plan. You're going to squeeze every point of efficiency out of your army that you can. And things matter, you know, like fine margins. You know, in this game we say, 10 inches or whatever. It might have been 10 and a half, 11. It might have been... It doesn't matter in sort of friendly games. It does in competitive settings, and you've got to make that jump. You've got to be like that. And it's totally playing different. ITC is a different rule set. Thing like these ruins wouldn't be seeing through them. It becomes a different game. And that's great. I like playing them every now and again. I really do. But you need to get your mindset in them. And that's where a lot of the people are having problems, is that once you go into a real competitive setting, your 2,000 point marine list could be shit, if you pardon my French. It's utter garbage. Do you know what I mean? When you compare to other ones. And then someone would be like, oh yeah, well, you know, but this 2,000 point Eldar list, and I've got all the aspect warriors represented, and my army looks beautiful. Absolute turd. It's going to get tabled. Whereas if you've got like 9 flyers, then it's efficient, it's going to do this stuff. Or you've got the marine list and all the banners and all that kind of stuff before the iron hands and stuff. And yeah, or you got the everyone knows they know, because there's the pickings from the codex and stuff. And that's fine. I don't like people whinging about competitiveness, because if you're not going to play hard, don't go into that setting. Or at least go in knowing what to expect. And you can't complain if someone's if you're playing against knights, because that's fine. That's what people want to use. The one, in their opinion, that's the hardest thing they can list and get together and that they're confident playing with. And that's fine. That's exactly what it is. I never ever complain about that. But what I don't like to see as well is that side of it really influencing what Warhammer 40,000 is. Like, I hate to see stuff nerfed when it's only...
Because in a tournament...
Yeah. Because in a tournament someone took 6 of them. Or in units of 3 and took 9. Whatever, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Because anything on its own is fine. It's when you then have... Like, say a unit of 6 aggressors is fine. It's dealable with. I couldn't deal with, but it's dealable. But when you've got 3 units of 6... And you maybe got a couple of... Yeah, it's a problem. You know, you might give up board control, but that's a hell of a lot of firepower. 1 Eldar Flyer is fine. You know, it's even 1 Crimson Hunter, 1 Hemlock. Hard. Fine to deal with. You know what I mean? It's hard. You're gonna have they're going to be hard things to hit. Having 3 of each... it's scales, isn't it? It gets harder and harder and harder. But that's good. I like the games. I like both sides. I like sometimes going competitively. Like you said, I'll play games with you and give you pointers and stuff like that. And it's different. You almost have to think about the game differently, and don't you? You've got to really eke out stuff and really think about combinations and all that kind of stuff. But equally, sometimes, that's why I like the Orks. I love throwing stuff on the table and just seeing what happens. And in those kind of games, I tend to find you have more fun moments or more stupid moments than you do in, like, when you're literally planned to death.
You don't really... Like, you would never send one guy in on his own in a tournament setting. You would never think, right, this is it. He's his last ditch. He's got his dagger out. He's the last man.
I'll play for the point. I'll just stay where I am. When here, exactly. Like, bollocks, I'm going for it.
I'll get in. Like, you know, just he goes all Leroy Jenkins. You know.
He does. So the Marines have all done a poo in that. No, they've done. Put in, chuck a frag in. So no, thanks for watching. I hope everyone doesn't mind the sort of waffle on at the end, but it's good. I like this bit. I like a good chat afterwards. I don't get a chat very often though. There's normally time restraints. We absolutely whapped us this time, so I had a bit of spare time. So no, thanks for watching. We'll get this one online soon, and then get another game together with your mystery model, which isn't really a mystery. I know what it is, but we're gonna maybe use that one today, but with the idea you had, it would have probably had to been against a flyer heavy army, which...
Well, what I'll do is I'll there's a mission, right, in the Vigilus book where it is flyer based, and I've got all this cotton and stuff.
Yeah, it's all for the rooftops, isn't it?
So we can do it. Yeah, it is. It's over the rooftops, so we can do it, but it needs a little bit more setting up. With regards to which buildings you choose to use and stuff like
tower blocks with flat building tops and stuff. Yeah. We'll definitely have
I've got that stuff at home, but it would mean bringing it over and getting it ready. Yeah. We can do it.
Or film it another time, like but like I said, because we had a quick chat about it, and like basically to do it you have to have units that can pretty much fly.
Yeah.
So the Orks are gone. I've got Death Copters and I've got some Storm Boys. I've got loads of them. Like,
you could, if you had a couple of units in your deployment zone that you could sit on the top of the building and leave them there, but they'd need the range.
You could have looters and stuff that would make work. They'd be quite cool.
They'd need the range, but they would.
Be quite cool.
So the idea is...
If you have a lot of buildings like this that are quite tall, and then you have loads of sort of fog and smoke.
The idea is that around the bases like this, apply more cotton.
Yeah, so you can basically cannot see anything with all the top levels.
Yeah.
No, that sounds cool.
And then on all the flyers, I've got the same stuff as what the board is to like cut out and then put around the flying base. It'll work. It'll work. It'll look good.
Cool. No, I'll definitely give that a try. That sounds mint. Like I said, I could do Marine list, Eldar list. Orcs would be it'd be cool. Don't know how good it'd be. Death Copters and Storm Boys and stuff like that. That would be sweet.
The more flyers we'll get in.
Well, it's better because you have to literally hop from rooftop and like flat attack. Because I know what this flyer is. It's a big Space Marine flyer. And
well, everyone knows what it is now.
Well, no. There's a few Forge-World models available. You know, there's Fire Raptors, there's Storm Eagle gunships, Storm Ravens.
Well, this is the thing with that particular chapter. When it's done, I've got loads of flyers for it. So.
Be quite cool. Right, I'm definitely gonna have to pack up now, so I'm getting this away.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone.